Batista, whoever it is, the hottest runs of Daniel Bryan's career has been when he's bucking the system and he's fighting whoever the top guy is. Tonight he's teaming with Roman Reigns. I don't know if that's the environment for Daniel Bryan.
You know, I think what Rose just said, first and foremost, said the respect that he deserves. That's it. We don't want to play second field. And as well as Daniel Bryan, I give him a whole lot of props for, being a man and whatnot. Daniel Bryan is the one who stirred the pot. Daniel Bryan is the one that wound Luke Harper up. Daniel Bryan is the real reason why this monster was created. So my thing is this: Luke Harper is a guy. He don't want to be a journeyman. He don't want to be a guy that people say that he could have been this. Luke Harper, Eric Rowan as well. These guys want a piece of that, a piece of the action. They're champagne wishes and they're caviar dreams.
Sam, your final thoughts on that?
I think that's right. You look at a guy like Eric Rowan. Eric Rowan has been waiting for this respect as long as he's been waiting for. And you're right, Luke Harper's been sitting at home wanting the caviar and wanting the champagne. And tonight, he's in one of the biggest matches on Hell in a Cell.
His piece of the action.
I think he does.
Let's leave it right there. But I want to move off the word that we've been using the last couple of minutes, and that is respect. Many people respect Braun Strowman. Many people respect the lineal heavyweight boxing champion, Tyson Fury. Let's go back to SmackDown on Fox. Debut on Friday night. Part of an 8-man tag team. Braun Strowman making his way. But look who's sitting in the front row. That's Tyson Fury. A lot of people think he beat Deontay Wilder when they fought last year. But then, Braun Strowman, here's the good. You know anyone in his hands? What did you make of this face-off, Booker?
Well, I can tell you this right here. This right here is that moment. This was my shucky ducky whack moment of the night. You know what lineal means, right? Tell me, if you know what that means. That means he is the man who beat the man, which was not a reference. That's why he's standing there as all of he is. That's why he can fight with a man like Tyson Fury. Now, my thing is this. Like I say, this is that moment. Shucky ducky whack moment of the night, because that guy right there, that man did in this building and said a whole lot about Friday night and SmackDown on top.
Well, being in the building is one thing, but to jump the barricade is another. I mean, that's just something you do not do unless you're ready for what can come next.
He was invited. Braun Strowman invited him.
He's a prize fighter. He's always ready for a fight.
That's exactly right. And a lot of people have been talking that Cain Velasquez, Tyson Fury, a one-off, that they would show up because it was the debut, there was a lot of stars there, and we'd never see him again. That's not the case.
There's a whole lot of money involved here. When you see somebody like Tyson Fury show up, long green nuggets is behind it. You understand what I'm saying?
Well, the powers that be have called Tyson Fury, and they offered him a chance at a microphone and an appearance on Monday Night Raw. We found out today that Tyson Fury has accepted the invitation, and he will be there live on Raw, 8/7 Central on USA, with that microphone in Bakersfield tomorrow night. Well, we are just over 10 minutes away from this Hell in a Cell. There is only one Hell in a Cell. And we can tell you that Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks will kick off the show at the top of the hour on the WWE Network.
Welcome to Hell. Hell in a Cell, live reactions, play-by-play, of course. I'm your host, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96. Be sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96. If you haven't done so already on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, super like, and super heart button as well, along with sharing this on social media. Hashtag WWE, hashtag Hell in a Cell, hashtag HIAC for Hell in a Cell 2019. That'll kick off in less than 10 minutes now with the Raw Women's Championship match on the line inside a Hell in a Cell between Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. Also a Tornado tag team match, Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus the Bludgeon Brothers. They announced this next match after SmackDown this past Friday night on Fox. SmackDown Women's Championship match will also be on the line. Bayley will defend versus Charlotte Flair. They just announced this next one now within the past couple hours, as there are only 4 matches advertised for Hell in a Cell coming into this evening. It was The Fiend, Bray Wyatt versus Seth Rollins, plus the previous 3 that I just mentioned. Also, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss versus Kairi Sane and Asuka for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, plus some other matches, and we'll get into those as the night goes on, match by match. This is actually the first WWE pay-per-view since Clash of Champions that they're recapping right now. That was last month, Sunday, September the 15th. Since then, we've had a lot happen in the WWE and the world of professional wrestling as a whole, but that was when, I should say, The Fiend Bray Wyatt came out and attacked Seth Rollins after his Universal Championship main event match versus the Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman. Strowman, also in the news right now, could very well be facing off versus Tyson Fury at Crown Jewel on Halloween in a couple weeks. So they had a confrontation just 2 nights ago on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, as SmackDown is back on Friday nights on Fox now. If you tuned in to watch my live reactions, play-by-play of that this past Friday, thank you. Since Clash of Champions, though, as I was saying, we've had NXT debut on the USA Network, and then AEW on TNT as well this past Wednesday night. A war on Wednesday nights, Wednesday Night Wars with NXT and AEW Dynamite. I'll actually be going to a couple more wrestling events within the next month, so stay tuned for new content, new videos from those events over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel as well. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. But then this past Friday, we had SmackDown. What a great show that was. The main event, Brock Lesnar defeated Kofi Kingston to become the new WWE Champion. Out came Cain Velasquez, though, who defeated Lesnar to become a new UFC World Champion during their times together in the Octagon. And then, obviously, that leads into Hell in a Cell tonight. Could Kofi get a rematch? Yes, potentially. I highly doubt it, because as mentioned, on paper for the card tonight, there's only 4 matches advertised, but then within the past couple hours, they have announced a couple more. So I don't have a full card in front of me. It's match by match by match all night long now for Hell in a Cell. We have had one match already go down in the books. It was on the WWE Hell in a Cell kickoff show. Natalya defeated Lacey Evans about a half hour ago now. So we'll have the kickoff show wrap up here shortly, then the opening video package as usual, and then the official start to WWE Hell in a Cell 2019, about 5 minutes away. Obviously, of course, free for new subscribers on the WWE Network. If you did not know, go sign up for the network. Highly recommend doing so. I've had the network for God knows how long now. But thank you guys once again for tuning in and watching my live reactions play live right here on Periscope. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. I'll get to those here in a second, so bear with me. If you tuned in on Friday, as mentioned, or even last Wednesday for my live reactions for NXT and AEW, thank you. Thank you for SmackDown on Friday. Yesterday as well for college football. And then earlier, about a couple hours ago, now with the Ravens and Steelers in the National Football League. And coming up at the end of this game between the Packers and Cowboys that is currently on right now on Fox, I'm watching that and Hell in a Cell as that is about to begin. And then at halftime of the Sunday night game with the Colts and Chiefs, I'll recap yesterday in college football plus everything that has happened so far today in the NFL. So stay tuned for that as well. Jerry's World, that's where this Packer-Cowboy game is being played at right now. The name of the stadium, though, in my opinion, should be changed to Aaron's World, because the Green Bay Packers are absolutely killing the Dallas Cowboys. It was 24-0, then 24-3, 31-3, now 31-10, almost the end of the third quarter down in the Big D. This is actually where Aaron Rodgers has won his only Super Bowl in his career. A couple years ago in the playoffs as well, came up clutch, which led to a game-winning field goal. That's how the Ravens won earlier today against Pittsburgh, and that's why I was a little, for a loss of words at the end of that game, a little upset, of course, being a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. But hey, you move on. Whatever happens now in the future, whether it's Mason Rudolph at quarterback or Devlin Hodges, as Rudolph went down with an injury, if you did not know, out. He was out for the remainder of the game with a concussion. We'll get a timetable shortly within the next few days, I would assume, for the next couple weeks if he'll be playing or not. It seemed like they ran the ball a little bit better in the second half and still found a way to lose, but you got to give credit to the Baltimore Ravens because they found a way to win late. The game went to overtime. It was a damn good game. Maybe the best of the afternoon. There were some high-scoring games as well, but Baltimore 3-2 now after defeating Pittsburgh earlier, 26-23, in overtime on a game-winning 46-yarder from Justin Tucker, 26-23. Pittsburgh now falls to 1-4. Will play at the Chargers next Sunday night. The Chargers, last I saw, were trailing the Denver Broncos at home 17-0. But right now, the Packers are leading the Cowboys 31-10, almost the end of the third quarter once again. So, Hell in a Cell kickoff about over. Hell in a Cell main card about to start. So once again, thanks for tuning in and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of WWE Hell in a Cell, along with Packers Cowboys in the NFL. We'll catch the ending of this ball game right now. That looks like a catch by Amari Cooper. However, they rolled it incomplete. So we'll have to see if they take a look at it or not. Plus, coming up in a little bit as well, about an hour 15 from now, Sunday Night Football, Colts and Chiefs from Kansas City in Arrowhead Stadium. Hell in a Cell closing credits for the kickoff show, opening credits plus the opening video package. Right now, Jason Garrett is challenging the previous call on the field for a catch and actually got flagged for arguing with the officials as well. The WWE Hell in a Cell structure is red. Once again, enter if you dare. I know the Fiend Bray Wyatt will later on escape if it lets you, because Wyatt let him in, let me in. He will be entering the Hell in a Cell later on in the main event versus Seth frickin' Rollins in a Universal Championship match. Now, Hell in a Cell streaming live on the WWE Network, live next. Once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, super like, and super heart button as well. I'm going to sharing this on social media. Yes, long time no see. If you tuned in on Friday, yesterday, earlier today, I've been on Periscope, it seems like, all weekend here. Live reactions, play-by-play of college football, the NFL, and professional wrestling. Then, now, WWE Forever Hell in a Cell. Enter if you wish. Share this on social media. They are in Northern Cali, Sacramento, hence the Sam Crow hat. Now the opening video package for Hell in a Cell 2019. Excited to see how the card goes for sure, because as mentioned just a short time ago, on paper for their card heading into tonight, just within the past couple hours, though, there was only 4 matches announced. So they've added a couple cents within the past couple hours, but tonight, match by match by match, is how we're going to take it, change it up a little bit, see how it works. As mentioned earlier during the first stream today, been running some tests on YouTube and right here on Periscope with some different type of videos, some audio only broadcast. So let me know in the comments below what your opinion is on that as well. Keep an eye out this upcoming week for my college football week 7 and NFL week 6 predictions. Plus, like I said, I'll get into my recap of college football from yesterday, this past weekend in general, and then from the NFL earlier today. Plus, live reactions play-by-play of WWE Hell in a Cell right now, live right here on Periscope. Tag team match, Bludgeon Brothers, Daniel Bryan, and Roman Reigns, the big dog himself, Bayley, Charlotte. They had a tag team match on Friday night with Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks. It was Becky and Charlotte versus Sasha and Bayley. That was on SmackDown. The Rock was also on SmackDown alongside Lynch and the Burger King on crack, King Baron Corbin. So Corbin should have a match, I would think, later on tonight. Kevin Owens also defeated Shane McMahon, who's now fired from the WWE. I think Owens will make an appearance tonight as well. We'll have to find out and see, though. But like I said, I'm excited to see what's going to happen. And Pyro is once again returning for WWE pay-per-views, as well as WWE has a huge billion-dollar deal with Fox for SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown, and then also all the money they're getting from Saudi Arabia for the 10-year deal with the Saudis. They are actually returning on Halloween, October the 31st, in a short couple weeks for WWE Crown Jewel. Crowd looks to be, filled in for the most part. Still some empty seats, it looks like, but we'll see what happens here tonight at WWE Hell in a Cell. Becky Lynch, Sasha Banks will kick off the show, plus live reactions, play-by-play of Cowboys hosting the Packers and then Chiefs hosting the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Coming up a little bit later on, the new Raw announce team of Vic Joseph, Dio Madden, a former Houston Texan, and then the King, Jerry the King Lawler on Raw commentary now, as both Raw and SmackDown new commentating teams and new entrances for both the red and blue brands in the WWE, plus the Wednesday Night War with NXT and AEW. I thought both shows were great this past Wednesday. Be sure to tune back in this upcoming Wednesday for more live reactions play of NXT and All Elite Wrestling as well. Now it's, as Michael Cole would say, boss time. Here comes the legit boss, Sasha Banks. Boss versus Becky Lynch for the Raw Women's Championship. Next, right now, during Hell in a Cell. Share this, hashtag WWE, hashtag Hell in a Cell, hashtag HIAC for Hell in a Cell. Now the Spanish announce team, Michael Cole, Corey Graves, who were on Raw. Graves was pulling double duty for the longest time with both Raw and SmackDown. They're strictly on SmackDown now. So yes, there's only 4 matches, but within the past couple hours they have added some more. And due to copyright, once again, I'm so sorry about this, but due to copyright, I cannot show any of the events that I sit down, watch, do my live reactions, play-by-play of right here on Periscope. But thank you for tuning in. Gridiron 18 on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube, Gridiron Ring, and follow myself, your host, the Encyclopedia Sports, over on Twitter right here on Periscope, Cool Hand Luke 96. Keep those chat questions and comments coming on through. Now the man, Becky Lynch, the Raw Women's Champion. And we're now in the 4th and final quarter of play as well with Packers Cowboys. Sunday Night Football tonight, once again, Colts Chiefs. Monday night tomorrow night, Browns 49ers. And then Thursday Night Football will be Patriots and Giants. So yeah, due to copyright, cannot show the event. So been an exciting day, exciting weekend in general for football and professional wrestling. With everything that's been going on the past month. Actually, I found out just a short time ago after my first stream this afternoon between the Ravens and Steelers, I was going back through my notes of my WWE and AEW predictions, and 1 year ago today, it would actually have been early this morning 1 year ago, at like 5 a.m., WWE had Super Showdown Down Under in Melbourne, Australia. And then Super Showdown actually returned, however, though, over in Saudi Arabia this past June. They are returning to Saudi, though, on Halloween for WWE Crown Jewel. So, and as mentioned, I'll have videos from the upcoming WWE and AEW events that I will be attending in the next couple weeks over on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. So stay tuned for those as well. Subscribe if you haven't done so already. What's your prediction? My prediction, Cool Hand Luke 96, right here on Periscope and over on Twitter, as well as both Becky Lynch and Sasha Banks get introduced for this Hell in a Cell Raw Women's Championship match. What's your prediction for Becky, Sasha, especially with it being first match and question mark along with the final quote? Becky's going to retain. There's no doubt about it. However, Sasha has been getting, what do you want to call it, fumble on the play. Cowboys cough it up. Packers recover, however, flag on the play. And the cell's being lowered. The cell is being lowered. However, Lynch and Banks start early and now fighting outside of the cell, ringside. So this match is underway. However, I don't think the bell rang. Now a vertical suplex from Sasha to Becky at the bottom of the steel ramp there for the entrance for WWE Hell in a Cell. Very, very similar to SmackDown this past Friday. Now the cell is being lowered the complete way. There is a door there to enter it. Now if they want to, which I wouldn't roll it out, they could very well climb and then do something along Undertaker, Mankind, Mick Foley, Dude Love, whatever the hell you want to call them, and then a choke slam. But with these two women, I highly doubt that's going to happen in 2019, especially in the WWE. Sasha enters the ring now, walks through the Hell in a Cell gate, and Becky Lynch laying ringside. Sasha getting a mixed reaction, it seems like, by the crowd. Interception now in the end zone by Green Bay, as there was a fumble but then a penalty. Dallas kept the ball, now an interception in the end zone. Dak Prescott, yeah, you're definitely not playing like the $40 million quarterback you want to be here today against Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. As mentioned, they should rename AT&T Stadium in Jerry's World to Aaron's World, because Aaron Rodgers and the Packers once again manhandling the Dallas Cowboys. But with Becky, Sasha, thank you guys once again for the likes and super likes. Keep those coming on through. Becky now inside the cell as well. The door now going to be shut. Becky throws Sasha in the ring. Becky gonna enter the ring now as well. So this match, bell will ring here shortly, and the match will be official. John Cone, Nicholas's father, will lock up the Hell in a Cell gate, and we're underway for Hell in a Cell 2019. Actually, Becky now comes and gets that lock. Door's still not locked. She grabs the chain, enters the ring once again, and just remember, Seth Rollins is hitting that. Lynch now with the chain, using it in her fist, punching Sasha Banks straight to hell. Now a drop kick to get her ringside. Flag on the play once again. A little bit of a scuffle. Both teams on the field with Green Bay and Dallas. Illegal block in the back. And then after the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Both penalties will be enforced. It'll be first down. Becky dragging the face of Sasha across the cell. crowd chanting something, crowd into it here early on. But back to that question, prediction for Becky Sasha. I think Becky's going to win. I didn't do predictions once again for this pay-per-view because they only had 4 matches advertised. At that point, it wasn't worth it, in my opinion. But Sasha, she has been, getting over as a heel recently since her return. But there's still a lot of people, in my opinion, that just absolutely don't like her, myself included. I don't know why, I just never have. I don't understand why people like Sasha Banks. I just don't. Like, she's not really that good of a wrestler, in my opinion. It's just that, she's popular. She's a fan favorite. But Becky is, though, too, so, Becky's the man. She's the champion. This is a championship match. We could have a lot of title changes tonight at Hell in a Cell, especially with Raw tomorrow night. Tyson Fury going to be on Raw, open mic to respond to Braun Strowman. And then the WWE Draft coming up starting next Friday, October the 11th on SmackDown. We'll be live right here on Periscope for that as well, along with next Monday, the 14th of October, as the draft will continue. Becky now trying to grab the ladder out from underneath the ring. However, Sasha with a steel chair from behind with a chair shot to the man Becky Lynch. But with the draft coming up, the new SmackDown deal with Fox, they could, have a lot of changes, title changes tonight, spice things up a little bit, have this person be on Raw, have this person be on SmackDown. We could see more main event or main roster superstars down in NXT, which is awesome. I've been wanting that for I don't know how long. And then finally this past week on NXT, Finn Balor foretold Devitt before he entered the WWE when he was with the Bullet Club. Too sweet. See, whenever he left New Japan, that's when Styles had won over, and then a short time later, Styles and the club, came over eventually as well. Styles should be in action along with the club tonight, I would think. Viking Raiders in a tag match with the New Day, I do believe, as well. They announced that a short time ago. Pin, cover, 1, kick out. Another quick roll-up by Sasha Banks, 1, 2, kick out by Becky Lynch once again as well. But Finn Balor now in NXT came out to Adam Cole after Adam Cole, Bebe, defeated Matt Riddle to retain his NXT championship. Tommaso Ciampa also made his return, so maybe with the draft we'll see main roster guys go down to NXT. I wouldn't think a lot of them, though, off the bat. Balor's good enough for now, because NXT does have a lot of superstars to begin with as it is. So, going back to my previous point at the start of the show, I'm just interested to see how tonight goes. And then moving forward with Raw tomorrow, NXT AEW Wednesday, and then with the draft next week, at that point because I like to talk about storylines a lot, look towards the future, what could happen here, there, anywhere in between. I'm just, excited to see, what they're going to have planned for everybody, because there's been a lot of superstars, once again, that haven't been on WWE television in quite some time. Samoa Joe, Aleister Black, to name a few. I'm happy, obviously, the Fiend Bray Wyatt, they're finally giving him a push. This Fiend character is 10 times better than, him as the leader of the Wyatt family a couple years back, because this Fiend character with Bray Wyatt is just something we've never seen before, even though we've seen The Undertaker, we've seen Mankind, we've seen Kane, so on and so forth. So, Wyatt in the main event Universal Championship match with Seth frickin' Rollins later on, also inside Hell in a Cell. Those are your 2 Hell in a Cell matches. After that, I'll get a clearer look. I know I'm going on and on. Double running neither off the ring apron to Becky Lynch from Sasha Banks, but within the next week we'll get a clearer picture on where things are going to be headed, especially with Crown Jewel, another WWE pay-per-view outside of the country on foreign soil over in Saudi Arabia. Those pay-per-views, as of late, even though the title changes hands, it's pointless. You know, it's for ratings. It's for people to tune in to the WWE Network. It's to get money, to pay these superstars to, regardless, pay the superstars, build the company. You know, even more than, build it up even more than what it is now. And then, you know, a couple weeks after that, about 10 days before Thanksgiving, we're going to have Survivor Series. We'll have NXT TakeOver Chicago, War Games, I do believe. They haven't made anything official for that yet. They will during NXT TV in the weeks to come, but, you know, we'll have Raw and SmackDown. And with SmackDown being back on Fridays, too, it changes everything up. You know, you still have NXT on Wednesdays, but you don't have a big gap from Thursday to Sunday for the pay-per-views. Because you have Raw on Mondays, you're off Tuesday, you have NXT Wednesday, off Thursday, SmackDown Friday, off Saturday, pay-per-view on Sunday when you have pay-per-views. So, and then you have TLC in December, plus Royal Rumble. Punk coming back to the company as well as an analyst for WWE Backstage. That was big news this past Wednesday when that broke right at the top of the 8 o'clock hour for both NXT and AEW. And that's really just to keep him away from All Elite Wrestling, I do believe. And I'm just interested to see with that, too, how long it's going to be before he, you know, comes back and wrestles. If he does, it's going to have to be a damn big WrestleMania match against somebody he's never faced off against, a big dream match of some sort. So, we'll see. I mean, he could come back at the Rumble number 30 and win that, and so on and so forth. I mean, I know that's, you know, how many months down the road, but just some thoughts on my end with everything going on with the world of professional wrestling, you know, as of late. You know, within the past month, from Clash of Champions, NXT, AEW, you know, Friday Night SmackDown once again, the new designs for Raw and SmackDown as well, now Hell in a Cell Tonight Crown Jewel in a couple weeks, and then Survivor Series, TLC, Royal Rumble, probably Elimination Chamber, Fastlane, and WrestleMania 36 down in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. So this opening contest, this opening match for Hell in a Cell continues. Banks with another cover on Becky Lynch. A double knee off the top turnbuckle. Becky was actually sitting on a chair in the meantime as well. A pin and a kick out at 2. 1st and 10 for Rogers and the Packers from the 35. Pass incomplete at the 40-yard line. And Dallas coming back here. There's about 12 minutes to play, and Dallas is only down 2 scores, and they have 2 timeouts remaining. It's 31-17. This would be a huge blow of a lead if for the Green Bay Packers if the Dallas Cowboys came back and won, because it was 24-0, and then 24-3, 31-3, 31-10, now 31-17. So Rodgers getting the play call from his new head coach this year, and Matt LaFleur, who came over from Tennessee. The Titans lost earlier today to the Buffalo Bills, 14-7. Very close game until about a couple minutes left to go in that ball game. Play clock winding down for Rodgers. 2nd and 10 from the 35. Going to be brought down at the 22-yard line. Dallas Cowboys sack. Becky Lynch with a drop kick as well through the ropes to Sasha Banks, who hits the Hell in a Cell. Keep those chat questions and comments coming on through, guys. Always greatly appreciate it. Share this on social media as well. What's up, guys? How you all doing? How yous doing this evening? I am watching Hell in a Cell. I'm also watching some NFL football as well. Delay game on Green Bay. And a Bexplota into the ring from the cell from Becky Lynch to Sasha Banks. A Bexplota. Bexploder. 3rd time's a charm. Don't want to sound like I'm from New York City. So replay of that. 3rd and 27. Rodgers just dumps it off on a screen pass. Aaron Jones, once again, having a hell of a game. Going to be short of the line to gain, though. 4th down, Green Bay will punt. So share this on social media. Lynch with the cover. 1-2 kick out at 2.5.
So far, neither of these women have any quit in them. They're refusing to lose. It's about being the best. It's about being the Raw Women's Champion. As right now, Sasha Banks, always reversal of Lynch, was able to weather the storm early on in this match.
Dallas with a fair catch. Sasha with a kick. And now Sasha with a chair. And Becky actually grabs the chair, throws it at Sasha. Becky on the top turnbuckle. Drop kick to Sasha through the steel chair. Now a cover. 1-2 kick out at 2.5. You hear any noise in the background, folks? Just some dogs barking, so don't get worried. NFL Cowboys now have the ball 1st and 10 from the 34-yard line down. 2 scores, 14 points, 31-17 of the Green Bay Packers. Also WWE Hell in a Cell 2019. Dak Prescott interception. Packers have the ball back once again at the 30-yard line. And Dak, as mentioned, you're definitely, and I've been saying this for the past couple months, he's clearly not playing like it today. And in my opinion, since I've been saying this, he's not worth $40 million a year. I don't think anybody is in the NFL for that matter. But Dak Prescott sure as hell not playing like a $40 million quarterback today against the Packers. Another interception for the former Mississippi State Bulldog, and looking, he clearly just misread his receiver. The receiver went to the inside. It's Michael Gallup. Prescott threw it to the outside, and it's an interception for the Packers. And now Green Bay talking some smack, and Jerry Jones with a reaction, a little pissed off that the Cowboys are going to end up losing once again in front of a national audience last week on Sunday Night Football. Loss on the road to the Saints. Tonight, more than likely going to lose here to the Packers at home. Becky Lynch in control of Sasha Banks here early on inside their Hell in a Cell match for the Raw Women's Championship. Once again, thanks for tuning in and watching. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Like, and super heart button as well. Share this on social media. Hashtag WWE. Hashtag WWE Hell in a Cell. Hashtag Hell in a Cell. Hashtag HIAC for Hell in a Cell. Hashtag NFL. Hashtag NFL 100. And then like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Links are actually in the description below if you're watching on playback. Now, Becky sets up a chair in the corner of the cell ringside. It's actually sitting down, propped up in the corner. But then there's kendo sticks on the bottom of the chair. Now she lifts Sasha up. Sasha is now sitting on the chair that is propped up, held up by some kendo sticks through the corner of the cell. And now Becky up on the ring apron now. And what's she going to do? A drop kick to Becky Lynch, to Sasha Banks, who was sitting on that chair propped up in the corner of Hell in a Cell. Holy shit.
To destroy herself, to destroy
a replay of that, a huge drop kick off the ring apron from Becky to Sasha, who was propped up, sitting on the chair. Now a leg drop off the top rope for Becky. Cover 1-2 kick out at 2.5 by Sasha Banks. Aaron Jones on the carry for the Packers brings up 3rd down. Stuff to the line of scrimmage, so 3rd and 7 for the Green Bay Packers, up 14 points, 31-17 on the Dallas Cowboys here now under 10 minutes to play in the game.
Absolutely. Becky Lynch knows what it takes to beat Sasha Banks, but this is a different Sasha Banks than she's faced before.
Crowd is chanting for tables. There is a table set up in the ring now. Becky setting that up. A couple chairs in the ring as well. Sasha from behind now. With a backstabber. Thank you, Vic Joseph. On Becky Lynch. Now Sasha rolling Becky underneath the table. And Sasha says she is the boss around here. Field goal up and good for Green Bay, 34-17. Mason Crosby connects once again. Becky up on the top rope. Now has Sasha in a powerbomb position. Sasha fighting back. And now a double knee from Sasha to Becky through the table. Cover 1, 2, kick out by Lynch at 2.5. Becky in the ring, Sasha rolls out. They have not used the ladder that's been sitting ringside at all yet. Sasha looking underneath the ring. Kendo stick. Here comes Sasha Banks with a kendo stick. Now has Becky in the Banks statement with a kendo stick. Across the throat more so than the face. Becky now underneath the bottom rope. However, this is a Hell in a Cell match. There is no disqualifications. Becky now rolls out of the ring. They're holding, both of them are holding onto the kendo stick. Becky now beating the hell out of Sasha Banks with the kendo stick, hitting her in the back and the back of the neck inside Hell in a Cell. Now one of the chairs propped up through the cell. Sasha just ran around and drove Becky through that. Commercial break, Packers, Cowboys. We'll get back to that shortly. Once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. A replay of that chair shot just a second ago. Sasha now throwing in as many chairs as she can into the ring. Ooh, that's about 4. Plus there's already a couple more in the ring to begin with. Probably about 10 chairs now in the ring, just throwing them at Becky. And probably every chair now underneath the ring is in the ring. What's Sasha, gonna do with all these chairs? Cover her up and pin her. Now Sasha with a chair hitting Becky, who is around all those chairs that just got thrown in the ring. So definitely some force being felt by Becky Lynch from Sasha Banks. Sasha with a discount double check from Aaron Rodgers. Becky off the middle rope. Jesus Christ. A Bex floater now in the armbar. Sasha Banks grabbing a steel chair. Now grabbing the hair of Becky Lynch. And Sasha Banks taps out. Becky Lynch has retained her Raw Women's Championship. Good match to kick off Hell in a Cell tonight. Sasha got all the chairs thrown in the ring, up on the top rope. Here comes Becky. Bex floater, armbar. Sasha taps out to the finish. Hopefully Rollins, Fiend, Bray Wyatt will be better. Touchdown Cowboys. Amari Cooper once again. Cowboys now only trail 34-23 against the Packers. 7 and change to play. Some replays now of this match. Like I said, hopefully Fiend Rollins will be better inside Hell in a Cell to close out the show. I mean, this is a good match, but not a great match by any means. But I mean, it is what it is. Crowd into it the whole entire time. So hopefully the night will be pretty interesting, pretty good pay-per-view. First pay-per-view since Clash of Champions once again, so we'll see what happens. Sasha, with her blue hair, standing on the top of the entrance ramp. Becky celebrating in the ring. In my opinion, it's Hell in a Cell. All matches should be inside Hell in a Cell, don't you think? Even though there's only 2 Hell in a Cell matches, they should have every match inside Hell in a Cell. Hence the pay-per-view name, for God's sakes. Reviewing the previous play on the field, touchdown Cowboys, didn't look like Cooper stepped out of bounds at all, so that should stand. Now, Sasha with her blue hair, the draft coming up now next weekend. Sasha, depending on what happens with Bayley Charlotte, I think Sasha or Bayley could finally turn on one another. Sasha could go to SmackDown and then have a feud with those two. That's been rumored for a little while. Be a good feud, I think. Charlotte with, say, Ember Moon. Charlotte with Nia Jax will probably be returning sometime soon. Total Divas is back. Ronda Rousey's going to be probably coming into SmackDown, I would assume, shortly, maybe on Friday during the draft. Trying to think of other women in the WWE. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville. I think eventually they'll give them a title shot. If they split them up, Mandy's going to be the top of the two. Next, we'll have a SmackDown match, though. It'll be Michael Cole and Corey Graves versus one another. No, haha, kidding. They're on commentary. So we'll see what match is next. Once again, Becky Lynch just defeated Sasha Banks at Hell in a Cell. Next is going to be a tornado tag team match. The big dog himself, Roman Reigns, and Daniel Bryan. They sort of killed off the new Daniel Bryan. Wonder if they'll bring that back. Eventually, they're going to start a feud against one another, and that match is going to be at Survivor Series more than likely. But however, tonight Reigns and Bryan will face off versus Luke Harper, who made his return just recently, along with Eric Rowan, the Bludgeon Brothers, in a tornado tag team match next at Hell in a Cell. So, chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Still trying to think, women-wise, what they could do. I think Sasha could go to SmackDown. I do. Have have her or Bailey turn on one another, because like I said, that's been rumored for a while. I mean, you can see that clear as day, regardless. So have Bailey retain tonight against Charlotte. Depends on what happens there, though. If Charlotte wins, you know, Sasha could stay on Raw. Bailey could go to Raw. I'm trying to think of other women. I like Ember Moon a lot, and I like Alexa Bliss, and I like Asuka. Okay, Bliss and Asuka are facing off tonight. It's Bliss and Nikki Cross. I wish they would have kept Sanity together, but now Imperium is together because of that with Walter. They'll be facing off versus Kushida on NXT on Wednesday night, so that should be interesting. Also, some matches were announced for AEW Dynamite on Wednesday as well, so it should be another good head-to-head Wednesday night shows with NXT and AEW. But what was I saying? You have the draft, you have Sasha, Bailey, Bliss and Cross. Like I said, I wish they would have kept Sanity together. They're facing off versus the tag team of Asuka and Kairi Sane, so could see a title change there. They've held those titles since the Raw that I was actually at, the Go Home show, Go Home Monday Night Raw for SummerSlam almost 2 months ago. No, actually a little over 2 months ago. Now that I look at the date here today, October the 6th, 2019. And the next pay-per-view in WWE will be on Halloween, Crown Jewel. It's a Thursday. Don't know the exact start time yet. Haven't announced anything up to this point. And then we'll have Survivor Series. But, Sasha, Bailey, Now here comes the leader of the Roman Empire, the big dog himself, Roman Reigns. Reigns and Bryan versus Rowan and Harper next at Hell in a Cell. If Rousey comes back, she's going to be on SmackDown. They'll keep Reigns and Daniel Bryan on SmackDown because they'll get into a feud for Survivor Series. Pyro for Roman Reigns' entrance as well during his Superman punch to the ground during his entrance. Like I said, Nia Jax's probably going to be returning. The thing is, if you take Sasha to SmackDown, feud her with Bailey, who's going to face off versus Becky Lynch? Lynch could go to SmackDown. You could have Rousey on there with her for that title, switch the championships up, and then have Sasha and Bailey on Raw. You could do that. I don't know. It'll be interesting. Obviously, this is all hypothetical. Just trying to, as I like to do, look into the future, prediction-wise, what I think could potentially happen. But it's all going to depend on what happens tonight. I know I always say this, but it's true. It's damn true, as Kurt Angle would say. It's all going to depend on what happens tonight, and then this week on Raw and Friday Night SmackDown with the draft starting Friday and continuing next Monday. So, now Daniel Bryan, the planet's champion, even though he does not have a championship around his waist, hasn't actually held a championship since WrestleMania, the night he lost his WWE Championship to Kofi Kingston. Kofi held the title from April the 7th up until October the 4th, just 2 nights ago, this past Friday night, on SmackDown when he lost to the Beast Incarnate Brock Lesnar, and then Cain Velasquez entered WWE. Eric Rowan, Luke Harper, and I don't know why they're not calling them the Bludgeon Brothers, like have them come back as that, not just a random ass tag team. Maybe if they win this tonight, that's what they'll be, called next week when the draft comes around or something along those lines. Maybe Rowan or Daniel Bryan turns tonight. Maybe Bryan's going to have an alliance, a three-man stable of him, Harper, and Rowan all along. And then that sets up the feud with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns for Crown Jewel and then Survivor Series. But with Crown Jewel, like I said, the results for that don't really matter because storyline-wise, they'll just have that match, at the next pay-per-view or the next night on Raw or SmackDown to begin with anyways. Crown Jewel, the Super Showdowns, the Crown Jewels, all those, Greatest Royal Rumble, all just for ratings is all they are. But we'll see what happens. Tornado tag team match, though. The Big Dog Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Rowan and Harper. Tornado tag team, so anything is legal. No DQs or countouts. And all four members are legal all at once. So interesting to see what happens here. J.K. Scott gets the punt up and away for the Green Bay Packers. Gets ran into a little bit as well, so flag comes flying out. We'll see if that's what the flag is for or not. A drop kick from Daniel Bryan in the meantime on Eric Rowan. Now Bryan off the rope. Suicide dive to take out Luke Harper ringside right in front of the entrance ramp. And now not a good sign for Luke Harper. He is holding his left leg, his left knee right off the bat at the start of this match, his first match since his return a month ago. Daniel Bryan working with Harper. Once again, Reigns with Rowan. Share this on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. And running into the kicker, roughing the kicker, not really that bad there. That's more of an acting job by J.K. Scott. However, Dallas will have the ball. It'll be first down and 10 for the Cowgirls, who are losing to the Packers at home. Started out 3-0, but then everything's come full circle for them, and they've hit reality and are on the verge of going to 3-2 after today's ballgame. Samoan drop from Roman Reigns, cover on Rowan, kick out at 2. Corey Graves and Michael Cole on commentary for SmackDown. Renee Young no longer WWE commentator. She is backstage now once again. Her husband, Dean Ambrose, Jon Moxley in AEW, is in a feud once again with the cleaner himself, Kenny Omega. Harper with a kick on Reigns, cover 1-2, kick out at 2.5. Reigns was going to go for a Superman punch or a spear on Rowan, and from behind, now an elbow drop from Rowan, cover 1-2, kick out by Reigns once again. So, decent match so far here. Tornado tag team. Bludgeon Brothers, basically Harper and Rowan versus Reigns and Bryan here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Jason Witten on the reception. Coming up tonight as well, the Walking Dead return. So where are all my TWD fans at? Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Also, baseball playoffs currently going on. AL and NLDS will be wrapping up shortly, and then the championship series will also be beginning before the World Series at the end of the month. Also, NASCAR playoffs from Dover. Kyle Larson victorious earlier, beat out Mark Truex Jr. And then NFL, Cowboys, Packers right now, plus Sunday Night Football later on shortly with the Colts and Chiefs. Rowan now with a crossbody ringside to take out Reigns. Harper took out Daniel Bryan. Come on, Luke, says Rowan. Now with the steel steps, Reigns just got driven into the steel steps ringside as Harper looks into the camera. And his knee, his left leg looks to be okay, but he might be fighting through the pain though tonight as well. We'll have to see moving forward. That'd suck for Harper if he was legitimately injured once again and would have to be on the shelf for another 6 to 9, maybe 12 months. Flag on the play. Prescott gets the first down. And it's probably going to be coming back for a hold on Dallas. The pre-show match was Natalya defeating Lacey Evans, and then Becky Lynch just defeated Sasha Banks to retain her Raw Women's Championship inside Hell in a Cell. And then right now, Tornado Tag Team with Reigns and Bryan versus Harper and Rowan. Other than that, that's all that's happened. So thanks for tuning in and watching. Share this on social media. Keep those chat questions and comments coming on through. Cover from Rowan, kick out at 2 by Daniel Bryan. Prescott looking to throw, 1st and 10. Incomplete. 10 from Michael Gallup. Harper climbing up top. Reigns with a punch. Daniel Bryan with a quick roll up in the meantime on Rowan. Kick out at 2. Shoulder tackle. Big boot from Rowan to Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns respectively. Rowan yelling at Daniel Bryan saying, "You're trying to embarrass me." Daniel Bryan now with a label lock on Rowan. Crossface now. The yes lock is locked in for Daniel Bryan on Eric Rowan. Luke Harper, though, from behind with a kick to break up the count, break up the hold. Elbow drop. I think Luke Harper returned within the past month as well and teamed back up with Eric Rowan just to keep him away from AEW. I think a lot of people are concerned right now, along with about Edge potentially coming back and returning. I think they're just putting that out there for media attention, though, and to get people to read into it and talk about it. For him to potentially come back and wrestle, because SummerSlam he came out and speared Elias during the kickoff show in Toronto in his hometown. Could Edge go to AEW? Yeah, for sure. So they could bring him back eventually, SmackDown-wise, on Friday Night SmackDown, where he made a name for himself back in the day, after feuding with John Cena on Raw for a little while. Have him come back, whether he wrestles or not, I don't know. Just to keep him away from AEW as well, because he is signed on with the company, I do believe, as a legend, in quotes, but, detail-wise on that, I don't know the full extent. Harper and Rowan, though, in control of this match right now with Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns, the big dog himself. Now a kick from Bryan. Rowan gets driven into the steel post. Daniel Bryan with a flip off the top turnbuckle. A driver from Harper, cover 1-2. Reigns breaks it up. Rowan now entering the fold once again, drags Reigns out of the ring. A right hand from Roman Reigns. A right hand from Roman Reigns once again to Luke Harper now. Clothesline. Reigns now has Harper in the corner. Off the ropes for Roman Reigns, however, Rowan pulling down on the top rope. Reigns now ringside, drop kick through the ropes for Daniel Bryan on Eric Rowan. Here comes Harper. Daniel Bryan with a Kick now to the back of Luke Harper in the corner. Packers, Cowboys. Packers going to win this. Yes kicks now from Daniel Bryan on Luke Harper in the corner. And a drop kick to the left leg of Luke Harper. Thank you for the likes, super likes, and super hearts as well. Keep those coming. More yes kicks in the middle of the ring now this time around for Daniel Bryan on Luke Harper as Reigns and Rowan are ringside. Rowan from behind ringside drags Daniel Bryan out in front of the announce tables. Drive by for the big dog. Suicide dive for Harper. Hits his head, hits his eye right off the corner of the announce table. Oh my God. That had to hurt. Is he bleeding by chance? Can he see? He's alright. All four superstars down in front of the American, Spanish, and German announce tables. Jesus, that had to hurt. Not as bad compared to Earl Thomas, his hit on Mason Rudolph earlier in the Ravens-Steeler game. As Rudolph for a second, I thought he was dead. He was just laying there, not moving whatsoever. Just got the wind knocked out of him, though, pretty bad. Has a concussion. We'll see how long he's out for. But, hell, Harper might have a concussion now, too. Whacking his head off the announce table. Now the Bludgeon Brothers clearing all three announce tables ringside. And now the Bludgeon Brothers, Harper and Rowan, are ripping apart the ring. Face first for Daniel Bryan on the ring apron. However, the padding in between the ring mat, the ring apron, and then the actual apron ringside was removed. So face first for Daniel Bryan now. Harper and Rowan with a maneuver on Reigns ringside as well to take him down and out of it. Now Harper and Rowan ripping apart part of the barricade, the timekeeper's area. Field goal, no good for the Dallas Cowboys. That would have made it 34-27, a one-score ball game. No timeouts for Dallas. They need an onside kick to get back in, but missed field goal, ball game. Green Bay is going to win. Harper and Rowan continuing to rip apart the WWE ringside area, now with a number 2 pencil. Best I have is a pen. Rowan snaps the pencil in half. And Aaron Rodgers and the Packers are going to take a couple knees and defeat the Dallas Cowboys once again. Harper and Rowan standing up on the middle announce table. And now, Daniel Bryan with a reversal. Here comes Reigns. Spear from Reigns to Rowan through the one announce table. Holy shit. Harper and Rowan were going to go for a power bomb with Daniel Bryan, but a reversal and then a spear from Reigns to Rowan. Rowan holding his midsection. Reigns holding his right shoulder. Both in pain. And one more kneel down for the Green Bay Packers. And they're going to be your winners over the Dallas Cowboys here once again this afternoon. Sunday Night Football will be Colts and Chiefs. Monday night, tomorrow night, Browns, 49ers. Thursday, next week, the Giants and Patriots. That's going to do it. Green Bay defeats Dallas, 34-24. Daniel Bryan and now Luke Harper in the ring. Bryan now with his drop kicks from corner to corner on Harper. Sean Lee, Aaron Rodgers hug it out. Rodgers and Dak Prescott. Handshake Matt LaFleur and Jason Garrett, who could be on the hot seat now. Call up Norman, Oklahoma, Lincoln Riley, maybe Urban Meyer. MLB playoffs going on right now as well, but we'll see what happens with the Cowboys. They're 3-2. It's still early on. Power bomb from Luke Harper to Daniel Bryan. 1-2, kick out at 2.5. Wow. Are you ready? The thrills. WWE Friday Night SmackDown. Fridays at 8. A replay of the reversal by Harper and then the power bomb to Daniel Bryan to take him out before the kick out.
This is an incredible match between four high-caliber athletes. Here in the Dragon suplex drops Daniel Bryan in his face. And now Harper again. Daniel Bryan taking down now. What an incredible match for him.
Daniel Bryan on his feet. Reigns with a Superman punch. A running knee from Bryan. Now a spear from Reigns on Harper. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan victorious. Reigns pins Harper. Now eventually, within the next month, Reigns is either going to turn on Bryan or Bryan is going to turn on Reigns. Come Survivor Series, they'll have a singles match versus one another. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan, your winners over Luke Harper and Eric Rowan tonight at WWE Hell in a Cell. Another win in the record books for myself. Packers winners over the Dallas Cowboys. Now 6-3 overall record-wise for myself this week during Week 5 in the NFL. Colts, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football, Browns, 49ers. I have both home teams in those games, as I will go anywhere from 8-3, 6-5 to 8-3. Could be 6-5, could be 7-4, could be 8-3. 2 more games during my predictions as we see more highlights, more replays of the match that just took place with Roman Reigns alongside Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Thank you. Thank you. I've been told that a few times now. Thank you. Comment was, in quotes, nice pop collection, Funko Pops. I have some people would say, I should say. According to some people, I have too many of them. So, damn good match. I mean, it had its, storytelling to it, and that's what a wrestling match is supposed to be. Now, face-off, stand still in the middle of the ring, face to face with Reigns and Daniel Bryan. I'll get back to those two comments here in a second. bear with me. See what happens here. Post-match with Reigns and Bryan. Bryan extending his hand for a handshake. Somebody's going to turn. And Bryan actually pulls his hand back now and then waves his finger. No, 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 no. What's going to happen here? Oh, Daniel Bryan. He wants a hug. Brother's got a hug. Yes chants now from the crowd. Bryan wants a hug. Is this team Hell No? Is this team New Dog? Yes chants from the crowd once again. Daniel Bryan, Roman Reigns. Bryan wants a hug. And Roman Reigns going to accept that. They hug it out in the middle of the ring. Daniel Bryan now, as Reigns' music hits, Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns stand tall. Now they shake hands. And nothing's going to happen. They're both going to roll out of the ring, and the match is over. And eventually, within the next month, I do believe, somebody's going to turn on each other, and then they'll have a singles match. Both in severe pain after this match. Great match, like I said. It had its moments. It had its storytelling. Best match of the night so far. Hence, there's only been 3 though. So we'll see how the feud goes from here on out now. But yeah, Charlie Caruso now. Old Chucky backstage. Seth frickin' Rollins now interviewed backstage with Charles, old Chucky, Charlie Caruso.
Charlie, I've been asking myself that same question for the last 48 hours. Look, I've done a lot of work here, all right? I've slayed monsters, I've slayed cheese, I've slayed beasts, but I've never encountered anything, never faced anyone like the Fiend Bray Wyatt.
It was good for a women's Hell in a Cell match. It was. The tag team match that just took place was better than it, I think. Like, that had its spots with all the chairs, the table, the cell as a whole. So, could have been a little bit better. Hopefully, the Rollins Fiend Hell in a Cell match in the main event for the Universal Championship will be better than that. Women's Raw Championship match inside Hell in a Cell as well. But best match of the night so far, like I said, hence there's only been 3 matches though. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper and Roman Reigns. It just ended a moment ago. Reigns and then Daniel Bryan hugged it out afterwards. Rollins' interview just got over now as well. WWE 2K20 coming out in a couple weeks. Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan, Sting, Bret the Hitman Hart, HBK, Shawn Michaels, talking about who was the man back in their day. So I'll ask that question to you folks as well. Between those 5, who is the man? Now a promo for WWE Crown Jewel on October 31st. The Spectacular comes to the spectacle. First time ever, Team Hogan versus Team Flair. History is waiting. Streaming live on WWE Network Thursday, October 31st, Halloween 2019, at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. I hear voices in my head, they can't see me, they understand me. It'll be Randy Orton and Ali next. So during my Masked Singer performance of Randy Orton's entrance, changed up his entrance a little bit as well with the new stage design. Not a whole lot of flashing lights during his entrance so much now, but Sunday Night Football coming up here shortly. Ravens, Steelers, highlights though from earlier, along with all the other games that took place in the NFL earlier this afternoon. So Colts, Chiefs, Sunday Night Football shortly. Ali, Randy Orton next, WWE Hell in a Cell. I was talking about what? WWE 2K20? Yes. That'll be coming out October 22nd. And then Crown Jewel on Halloween, Team Hogan, Team Flair. That should be interesting. That's definitely going to be the main event. But, yeah, I sort of got sidetracked, I believe, because Randy Orton made his appearance for Hell in a Cell tonight. He's been in his fair share of those before. Tonight, after Hell in a Cell on the network, WWE Chronicle with Bill Goldberg. What else we got here? Yeah, okay, going back to the Pop collection, Funko Pop collection. Yeah, you had said earlier, nice Pop collection, so thank you for that. And as mentioned, I've been told that before, but then I've also been told, no, you have too many of them. Too many to count. I honestly don't know how many I have. I know that those are a couple deep back in that bookshelf. And then there's a couple layers there, so I mean you can do the math. Plus I got more right in front of me that I'm currently looking at as well. So yeah, too many to count to answer your question, but try to just to collect. What the hell? Try to just to collect, you know, stuff that I like, stuff, you know, that I, you know, enjoy watching, or, you know, sports teams that I like, shows that I like growing up, so on and so forth. Like, I don't collect every single Funko Pop that, you know, comes out. I'm not that big into it, but I am, you know, big into it. There's old Chucky John Gruden dancing during the Raiders postgame after they won earlier over the Bears. Almost blew a lead. They won across the pond in London, England. And Raiders and Bears now on a bye next week. Raiders, John Gruden giving the team the whole week off. As he said, you guys can beat, even though we've had our ups and downs already, we've been on a roller coaster so far this season, you guys can beat anybody on any turf now in any fucking time zone because they played over in London. So, and then he gave the team the whole week off. So Raiders over the Bears. Recap all the other NFL games coming up shortly, so stay tuned for that. It'll be Colts Chiefs, so Sunday Night Football from Arrowhead Stadium. And Randy Orton Ali continues. Randy Orton Ali continues here tonight at Hell in a Cell. Don't really know who is going to win this. I would pick Orton to win if I would have known about this during my predictions, but as mentioned, there's only 4 matches on paper for the card, so I didn't do predictions, even though I said I was going to, and this match was actually just announced a short time ago anyway, so I think Orton's going to win, but if he puts over Ali, at least they're going to give him his push that they believe he deserves. I don't think he, you know, deserves to be a top guy in the WWE, but everybody has their own opinion, so Orton in control, throwing Ali off the announce tables ringside, as well as they have those now set back up after the previous match with Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan versus Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Chiefs wearing all red tonight against a all-white, blue and white Indianapolis Colts with Jacoby Brissett. This is a rematch divisional playoff game this past year. should be Andrew Luck once again versus Patrick Mahomes, but it's Mahomes versus Jacoby Brissett, who's been playing some damn good football, though, for the Colts. So, you're keeping your WWE 2K19 and buying 2K21. Hell, I don't even know if I have 2K19 from last year. I have so many damn video games, too. And I really haven't played a whole lot of them recently, lately as well. So, I don't think I'm going to get 2K20 either. So, if I do, it's going to be either, as a gift from somebody, or, somebody hands it to me for free and say, hey, this is yours. Because anymore, and I play sport games a lot, don't get me wrong, but like I said, I really haven't played video games a whole lot lately. I haven't. Orton just got drop kicked from Ali ringside in front of the announce tables. Anymore, the wrestling games, the sport games, football, baseball, basketball, they're all the same every year. Like, okay, you'll have updates with new players and shit like that, but it's the same stuff. And it's not like, an action game with, War, Call of Duty, Battlefield, so on and so forth, Years 5 with Dave Bautista, Animal Bautista from WWE, now a big movie star in Guardians of the Galaxy. Drax, as a lot of people know him by. Maps on that stuff will get, created, new maps, so on and so forth. So hopefully you understand my gist of what I'm trying to say here. But no, I don't think I'm going to get 2K20 either. Just because Ali now with a huge burn on the right side of his ribs. Jesus Christ. How the hell did that happen? Orton has Ali in a submission in the middle of the ring now in a headlock. Coverage for Sunday Night Football will begin here shortly. We'll have kickoff here within minutes. Now Al Michaels, Chris Collinsworth before Carrie Underwood, along with Joan Jett for the Sunday Night Football theme. So instead of the Masked Singer this time around, we'll try to go back in time a little bit. The Voice is on right now, American Idol as well. Do my best karaoke impression of been waiting all day for Sunday night. Waiting all day for Sunday night. Orton still has Ali in a headlock. Not a whole lot going on in this match. A pointless match, to be honest with you, in my opinion, but it is what it is. Coast to coast, there's one thing left to say, yeah. I've been waiting all day for Sunday night. Get rough, get fight. Who chills right there for the flashbacks of Johnny Unitas and Derek Thomas, two great Colts and Chiefs. No Peyton Manning, just Johnny Unitas and Derek Thomas. Suicide dive, Ali takes out Orton over the announce table. Dun, 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 dun. Chiefs with Patrick Mahomes, the reigning NFL MVP, hosting the Colts on Sunday Night Football. Orton, Ali, WWE Hell in a Cell. Rematch of the playoffs last year, game that I actually did live reactions for the playoff. We'll see how tonight goes. I think the Chiefs are going to win. I picked them in my predictions, so hopefully it's a good game though, regardless. Now the famous slide in by Collinsworth. Here's the guy, Chris Collinsworth. Now Orton, Ali fighting back. Ali now with a cover, 1, 2, and a kick out of 2.5. So see what happens here during this match. But so far, Natalya defeated Lacey Evans, Becky Lynch defeated Sasha Banks, and then Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan defeated Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Sunday Night Football about to kick off. Orton and Ali right now during WWE Hell in a Cell. Waiting all day for Sunday night. Raiders. Derek Thomas was the man. Gone way too soon. Gone way too soon. Hopefully you guys are enjoying here tonight. Hell in a Cell's been alright so far. Great weekend for football though, as mentioned. Orton goes for an RKO, that misses. Ali reverses, clothesline misses as well. Ali with a DDT off the middle rope. Orton moves out of the way. Ali misses on the splash.
Take another look at this. This is one for the highlight reel. Ali soared through the sky here in the golden one center before spiking the apex predator. Ali's eyes were as big as saucers before delivering this 450. Unfortunately, the Viper made an escape. Believes he has Ali right where he wants him.
Orton, vintage Orton going for a DDT off the middle rope. Vintage Orton. Ali still with that huge brush burn on the right side of his ribs. Orton now eyeing an RKO on Mustafa Ali.
Certainly no shortage of effort, but sometimes you're just outmatched. You are dealing with one of the best to ever lace a pair of boots in the Viper Randy Orton. Generation superstar is coiled and ready to strike. Ali back to his feet. Randy Orton.
Ali just got RKO'd, however, somehow reversed out of it last second. Quick roll up by Ali, kick out at 2 by Orton. Like it connected, but then Ali like stood still. Like that's never happened before. Ali now, RKO from Orton. Out of nowhere from the Viper. The apex predator now with the cover. 1, 2, 3. Randy Orton defeats Ali tonight at Hell in a Cell. And he for sure always hears voices in his head. They talk to him. And he is your winner tonight at Hell in a Cell. Replay the first RKO. And then Ali did a handstand. And then quick roll up a kick out. And then Ali went for some type of dive. And then Orton with an RKO. And then the pin. So Orton with his signature pose in the corner now after defeating Mustafa Ali. Chiefs Kingdom ready for tonight's game against the Colts on Sunday Night Football. And as always, Randy Orton, he hears those voices in his head. He hears them crying as well. He's victorious over all the Atlanta Braves in the playoffs. And the MLB up against the St. Louis Cardinals. Florida State also with the tomahawk chop. Monster Among Men, Braun Strowman, Tyson Fury tomorrow night on Raw. Kickoff, we're underway from Arrowhead Stadium, Sunday Night Football. Chiefs will have the ball to kick things off. Highlights from the pre-show match with Lacey Evans and Natalya during the WWE Hell in a Cell kickoff show. Natalya made Lacey tap out with a sharpshooter. And then Natalya with a right hand after the match. There's Natalya, there's Lacey Evans too in the women's division that they could put in the title picture for, you know, whatever. But now a last woman standing match. Come on, this feud has been going on way far too long. Natalya and Lacey Evans tomorrow night on Raw. I do like the new Raw and SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown logo, but just end the feud for God's sakes. Talking about WWE Women, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross will defend Women's Tag Championships next versus Asuka and Kairi Sane. So a perfect time for Sunday Night Football to begin. Second down for the Chiefs. Ball at the 42-yard line. Travis Kelce in motion. Chiefs going left or right across the television screen. Mahomes looking to throw first down. The Kabuki Warriors up against Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross at Hell in a Cell. Be an interesting match. They should put it on Asuka and Kairi Sane, but they probably won't. However, I've been saying for a while now, you know, have Alexa turn on Nikki or Nikki turn on Alexa, so we could get that though too. So we'll see. WWE promoting the WWE Draft. That'll begin on Friday. And then continue next Monday night on Raw. There's Andy Reid with his menu, playbook on the sideline.
Everyone is forced to step up their game, no matter who you are. Kyrie Sane will start things off against Nikki Cross.
Chiefs in prime time at home for the first time this year. Thank you guys once again for tuning in and watching. Kyrie Sane and Nikki Cross shake hands. Now Sane takes out Alexa Bliss, right hand to Nikki Cross. Tags in Asuka. LaShawn McCoy's been in so far. The Chiefs on their first drive, though, so you know how committees at running back work. Mahomes rolls out, has a man downfield, completed the 18. And first down for Kansas City. There's an empty backfield, 5 wide set. And Mahomes rolled out, found a man wide open downfield and hit him. First down Chiefs. Yeah, Shady McCoy, LaShawn McCoy, who got released by Buffalo. They're probably wishing they still have him right now with them being 4-1, have him down the road. Say something happens to Frank Gore or Devin Singletary, but however, they might not be at 4-1 right now if they did still have LaShawn McCoy. But then McCoy reunites with Andy Reid, who he was with in Philly, plays college ball for Pitt, has been getting the starts here early on in the season for Kansas City. Williams, one of either Damien or Daryl, the cousins as I call them, the brothers from another mother. One of them was injured, I know that. Can't remember exactly, who exactly it was, but so far LaShawn McCoy's been getting the snaps for the Chiefs. Now, Hell in a Cell, Asuka against Nikki Cross. Drop kick from Alexa Bliss. Not a whole lot going on here early on in this match, but see what happens. Bliss now just got drove into the barricade by Asuka. Cover by Asuka, kick out at 2 by Alexa Bliss.
We've seen in the past, WWE drastically changes the landscape of both Raw and now Friday Night SmackDown. Tag teams can be split up. Friends, senses, opposing friends, allies, enemies, anything can happen. And again, Fox wants their own set of talent for Friday Night SmackDown. USA wants their own set of talent for Monday Night Raw.
Michael Cole announcing that Fox for SmackDown, Friday Night SmackDown on Fox, they want their own set of talent for SmackDown, and vice versa for the USA Network for Monday Night Raw. They want their own set of talent as well, but WWE in the end is gonna put whoever they want on Raw and SmackDown respectively. First and 10 for Kansas City. Shuffle pass. And Kansas City now inside the 10 of the 9. First and goal. Asuka still working with Alexa Bliss. Excuse me, going to bring up second down. Second down of 9. last time these two teams met was back in January. Divisional round of playoffs, snow on the ground. Beautiful fall evening in Kansas City. Clear as can be, flag on the play. Mahomes with a pass. Now we have a hold on the Kansas City offense. Be a 10-yard penalty, they'll replay second down. Oscar now has Alexa Bliss in a submission, working the right leg of one half of the women's tag champs. Now Alexa reverses, now has Oscar in a headlock. Mahomes airs it out, has a man in the end zone, incomplete. And Damian Williams, yes, is playing. That pass was intended for him, incomplete in the end zone if you are still watching. Hopefully you are. Be sure to share this on social media. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Kyrie Sane with a cover, kick out by Bliss. WWE testing out lighting. See one of the strobe lights on the barricade ringside where the green shirt guy always sits at. Third down for Kansas City. Yes, Damian Williams is playing, so figured I'd let you know. Thanks again for watching. False start on Kansas City on third down, make it third a little bit longer. Kansas City's tight end number 87, Travis Kelce, the culprit. Now Oscar with the angle lock on Alexa Bliss. And Oscar goes into the ropes. There's Frank Reich, head coach of the Colts in his second year. Indy, remember last year, they started out 0-5 and made the playoffs. You're 1-4 right now, you're 0-5 like the Bengals, so on and so forth. It's very early still. There's a lot of football still left to be played. You still could make the playoffs as a wild card. Hell, you could still win your damn division, for God's sakes, if whoever else is in your division really shits the bed from now until the end of the year. But that's how the Colts made the playoffs, defeated the Texans and then lost the Chiefs before the Chiefs lost the Patriots, who beat the Rams in the Super Bowl last year. So Rams, close loss against Seattle last Thursday. Missed the game-winning field goal at the end of the ball game. A lot of close, exciting games this weekend in both college and the NFL. Nicky with a crossbody to Kyrie Sane to kick out at 2 once again. Now neck breaker, no. Power bomb, no. Nicky on the back of Kyrie. Ineligible man downfield now in Kansas City. Penalties decline, fourth down. Okay. Elbow drop. Nikki Cross got her knees up. Nikki now with a, nope, no cover. Grabbing the hair of Kyrie Sane. Vertical suplex maybe off the top rope. Neck breaker from Nikki Cross off the ropes to Kyrie Sane. Here comes Oscar, who breaks up the count at 2. Match continues here tonight. Hell in a Cell. Field goal by Kansas City. Up and good, 3-0 early on. Chiefs lead the Colts. Oscar toying around with Nikki Cross now, just kicking her head. Oscar with another kick. Nikki stops that, reverses. Oscar with a slap to the face. Clothesline from Nikki Cross. Nikki trying to tag in Alexa now. Kairi Sane ringside, working Alexa Bliss. Nikki and Asuka in the ring. Cannonball from Alexa Bliss to Kairi Sane ringside. Nikki and Asuka still in the ring. Asuka with some mist. Spitting the mist into Nikki Cross's face. Cover 1, 2, 3. The Kabuki Warriors are finally tag team champions in the WWE. Asuka goes dirty. Asuka spitting green mist in the face of Nikki Cross while the official is not paying attention. Alexa asking Nikki what happened to your face. New WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, the Kabuki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane as they defeat Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. Alexa or Nikki will now turn on one another. Finally, about damn time, and we'll get a feud with those two on either Raw or SmackDown. Moving forward. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Cheating helps out every once in a while. Just ask the New England Patriots. Replay of the finish with the mist getting spit in the face of Nikki Cross by Asuka. And they are now finally tag team champions in the WWE. About damn time. Asuka pins Nikki Cross and Kabuki Warriors new champs. A little shocking, a little surprising to be honest with you. I think this would happen. I thought Alexa and Nikki would retain, but like I said, they've had the titles for 2 months now. Hell, I saw Alexa and Nikki win them in the Fatal 4 on Raw back at the beginning of August. The Go Home Raw for SummerSlam. Oh, hell yeah. WWE Fox commercial for Friday Night SmackDown. We're all superstars. This is awesome. It's pretty funny. So yes, awesome. Awesome. Like the tag team name of the grocer in the store doing the Undertaker thing's the best part. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. No, the Mix Match Challenge tag team name of the Miz and Awesome, or Miz and Asuka, excuse me, for Awesome. That's what they're known by. They actually won that. And now Asuka, once again, champion of the WWE, former NXT Women's Champion. About damn time she wins the championship up on the main roster. Michael Cole doing his best Millions impression of The Rock this Friday. WWE Friday Night SmackDown this Friday, 8 o'clock on Fox in Las Vegas, Nevada, Sin City, USA, as the WWE Draft will return and then continue next Monday on Monday Night Raw. Are you ready? AC/DC with a new theme for Friday Night SmackDown. Now a recap from this past Friday, 2 nights ago, 48 hours now. Are you ready? WWE Friday Night SmackDown is back. Vince McMahon kicked off the show. Seth Rollins, Shinsuke Nakamura, The Fiend. A lot of superstars ringside. Goldberg, Mark Henry, to name a few, alongside Tyson Fury. Roman Reigns, Eric Rowan, Kevin Owens defeated Shane McMahon. McMahon now fired by the WWE. Just a matter of when he'll come back. Lumberjack match between Reigns and Rowan, though. That tag team match now in the books here tonight as well. Strowman, Tyson Fury standoff. Fury open mic tomorrow night on Raw. They could very well have a match at Crown Jewel on Halloween. The ladder match with Owens and Shane. tag team women's match as well, as mentioned earlier, Charlotte and Becky Lynch versus Sasha and Bayley. That could be next. Or they might have something with Owens, maybe. I don't know. SmackDown 2 nights ago, though, Friday Night SmackDown, was damn good. The Rock with Becky Lynch and King, Baron Corbin, Burger King on crack. Also, Brock Lesnar defeated Kofi Kingston, and then out came Cain Velasquez. It looks like it's going to be Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar at Crown Jewel for the WWE Championship. That match, however, though, will probably end as a no disqualification or no contest because somebody will interfere. Rock with a people's elbow, and then a rock bottom on King Baron Corbin. If you smell what the Rock is cooking. I was a little disappointed Stone Cold didn't show up because he was advertised. Main event time, though, it was Lesnar against Kingston and the Beast Incarnate, your new WWE Champion. 5-second match, if that, and then Cain Velasquez came out to end the show. Big run by the Indianapolis Colts to the 5-yard line. That is Marlon Mack on the run. First and goal, Indianapolis, down 3-0 to the Chiefs. And then Velasquez took down Lesnar. As mentioned, looks like they'll fight off against one another once again at WWE Crown Jewel in Saudi Arabia. Now the official, the original, the only club that matters, the OC, led by the current United States champion, the phenomenal AJ Styles, alongside Big Luke Gallows and Machine Gun Carl Anderson. Too sweet. The official, the original, the only club that matters, the OC. It's a tag team match next during Hell in a Cell. Touchdown Colts. In the meantime as well, Jordan Wilkins hits pay dirt for Indy, 6-3 pending the extra point. A Raw match next at Hell in a Cell. It's the OC. Should be up against the Viking Raiders War Machine, and then I would assume Cedric Alexander, because Styles and Alexander have been in a feud for the United States Championship. Ronda, I was talking about her earlier, Ronda Rousey. If she does, I think it could be this week during the draft, and she's going to be on SmackDown. There's no way they're going to put her on Raw with the way SmackDown's going to be here moving forward. So we'll see, though. She's on Total Divas, though, right now, if you do want to watch that. Viking Raiders, War Machine. Viking Raiders with a mystery partner. Should be Cedric Alexander. Could be a returnee, I don't know. They actually took the touchdown off the board for the Colts. Penalty on the play. First and goal, another long run, though, by Jordan Wilkins. Almost hits pay dirt once again. And he's short of the goal line there, about an inch away. Brissett pump fakes and then walks in the end zone. Touchdown, Colts. Who's the mystery partner going to be? Braun Strowman. It's the OC versus the Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman. Looks like they could put Braun in the U.S. title picture now against Styles. Tyson Fury, I bet you any money will come out to lead into their open mic tomorrow night on Raw. Tyson Fury will be on Raw tomorrow night, they announced. Bell rings, and superstars lock up. Machine Gun Carl Anderson. For some reason to me, does it look like he got more tattoos? Or has he had his right sleeve complete for a while? I just haven't noticed. Or am I totally forgetting about it tonight and saying that because I'm stupid? I don't know. Shoulder tackle. Another shoulder tackle.
Absolutely right. And that's what they should do. And no matter your size, chop like that will slow anyone down. And it goes big, Luke down. An uppercut by Gallows. Perfect vision. I like it. Gallows beating back Ivar for the moment. And
Ivar taking out the whole entire club, now going up to the top rope. He was legal versus Anderson. Now tags in Eric Hansen and Rowe, War Machine. But Ivar took out Carl Anderson and then AJ Styles and Luke Gallows. Drop kick from Eric. Hansen and Rowe, War Machine once again. The Viking Raiders now in the WWE. Six-man tag, Hell in a Cell. Viking Raiders, Braun Strowman versus the OC. Colts lead the Chiefs 7-3. First and 10 for Kansas City from the 25. Mahomes looking to throw. Across field, has a man. First down, gain of 12. Gallows now in the match versus Eric. A big boot, now a right hand. Gallows going to tag in. Who's he going to tag in from the club? Gallows going to tag in the phenomenal one, AJ Styles, the current United States champion. Eric throws Gallows out of the ring. Styles now goes after Ivar, and now also Strowman. However, the official in between. Strowman grabs the right wrist of AJ Styles. Gallows from behind. Big boot to Strowman ringside now. Eric from behind on Styles. Misses with the right hand. Pele kick from AJ. Quick roll up cover. 1, 2. Kick out at 2.5. A kick now from AJ. Mahomes over the middle, complete at midfield. First down, Chiefs. You mean sanity, right? Just sanity. With Eric Young and Killian Dane, Alexander Wolf, and Nikki Cross. Spine buster from Carl Anderson, cover 1, 2, kick out. Eric had went for a right hand on everybody in the club, and then AJ, you can't get me, I'm standing down here. And then the spine buster. So, no, I had said this earlier about Nikki Cross. I wish Sanity was still together, but then they broke them up during the last Superstar shakeup. Eric Young has been on Raw. Has not been used, though, whatsoever. Killian Dane back down in NXT. Alexander Wolf in NXT UK with Imperium alongside Walter. And then Nikki Cross, obviously, up on the main roster with Alexa Bliss. They were women's tag champs before losing tonight. Huge run, once again, by the Indianapolis Colts on the interception return. And it looks like it's going to be, or excuse me, it was a catch and then a fumble. However, Kansas City saying incomplete. A big return by the Colts, though, on defense. Rolling on the field is a catch and a fumble. First down to Indianapolis. Up 7-3 on Kansas City here early on Sunday Night Football. And that looks incomplete to me. I challenge that if I were Andy Reid. They have to find undisputable video evidence, though, to overturn it. Braun Strowman going for a little run here. Shoulder tackle to Gallows. Shoulder tackle to Carl Anderson. Now a shoulder tackle to AJ Styles. So no, they're not around anymore, Sanity. However, Nikki Cross still uses Sanity's music for her entrance. I wish they were, because they could have put them up against any stable and made them a destructive force in the WWE and have them be top dog. However, they tend to use them whatsoever. I saw them at an NXT house show almost 2 years ago now when they were in NXT, because they were a force to be reckoned with down there, and then they get called up to the main roster, and you saw them maybe once every 2 years, it seemed like. So, no, they broke them up back in the spring during the latest Superstar shakeup. Strowman almost tapping. Knee to the side of the head of Styles from Eric on the calf crusher. Big boot from Gallows. Ivar clothesline on Gallows. Styles, a phenomenal forearm, not a Styles clash, a phenomenal forearm off the top rope from AJ Styles to Ivar. Styles now in the ring with Braun Strowman. Styles goes flying off the top turnbuckle. Shot block, low blow from Anderson to Braun Strowman. Now a super kick from Gallows, a couple stomps now from the OC. The referee, John Cone, calls for the bell. This match is going to end in a no contest. No disqualification, really, as the OC. Yep, winners by DQ, Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman after the OC attacks and is now humiliating Braun Strowman. Here come the Viking Raiders over and behind to take out Styles, Gallows, and Anderson. Match in the books. Viking Raiders and Strowman, your winners by DQ. Now a double suicide dive maybe from the Viking Raiders. Take out Gallows and Anderson. That's too sweet. After review on the fumble, call is reversed. It's an incomplete pass. No catch and a fumble returned by Indianapolis. It was an incomplete pass from the start. It's going to be 3rd and 7 for Kansas City now. Strowman, Styles with a reversal. Right hand. A busted open radio sign as well. Strowman with a right hand. Knocks out AJ Styles. Where's Tyson Fury when you need him? Braun's music hits. This match and segment is now over. A message thrown to Tyson Fury for tomorrow night. A huge right hand to AJ Styles from Braun Strowman. Fury open mic tomorrow night on Raw. Styles, Gallows, Anderson, the OC still in the ring. As Styles is trying to get back to his feet after the beatdown by the Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman after the match, after it ended by disqualification. Styles knocked out cold, doesn't know where he's at. Gallows and Anderson telling him that he just got cold cocked by Braun Strowman. AJ Styles now all over the place. Styles with a good acting job. Acting like he doesn't know what just happened or where he's at or what's going on. Now the Street Profits backstage. We'll see what happens with them during the draft. They've been on Raw for I don't know how long now. Just backstage promos, nothing else. They wrestled on NXT now this past week. They advertised them as NXT superstars with their Titantron and Street Profits down below. They lost to the Undisputed Era once again this past week on NXT for the NXT tag titles. So we'll see if they keep them up on the main roster after the draft or keep them in NXT with NXT now on USA. How's it going, folks? Sunday Night Football, WWE Hell in a Cell. Thanks for tuning in and watching. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Super like, and super heart button. Share this as well on social media. Hashtag HIAC for Hell in a Cell. Hashtag NFL, hashtag NFL 100 as well for Sunday Night Football. Colts and Chiefs. I'll be on once again this Wednesday. NXT AEW. Who is that pinning Carmella for the 24/7 championship? That's Tamina. Tamina is your new 24/7 champion. A right hand to Tyler Breeze, who was backstage. R-Truth and Carmella ran into the Street Profits. And then Tamina with a quick roll-up on Carmella. Tamina, your new 24/7 champion. I was thinking earlier, if they're going to get this involved one way or another tonight, or not, and they do, and Carmella loses the 24/7 championship. Street Profits say that Tamina went this way. And Carmella, all confused now, Truth saying that he'll go downstairs and she'll go upstairs. And hit the stairs. Corey Graves with a weird look on his face. Doesn't know what to think either. His girlfriend just lost the 24/7 championship once again. Tamina, new 24/7 champion in her return to the WWE after being out of action with an injury. King of the Ring tournament flashback now. 3 weeks ago, King Baron Corbin defeated Chad Gable to become new King of the Ring. Corbin's awesome. Corbin is awesome as a heel. He's perfect. He does anything and everything you ask. So flashback to 3 weeks ago with Corbin becoming King of the Ring. Mahomes running for his life and airs it out in the end zone. Touchdown Kansas City. What a throw. Holy shit. It was 3rd and 18. He ran for about 20 yards in the backfield. Now the Kansas City Chiefs doing the Macarena for their celebration. Kansas City touchdown now lead the Colts once again tonight on Sunday Night Football. Mahomes with another have-a-day throw. Have-a-day Christian McCaffrey earlier. Dalvin Cook earlier in the NFL. A lot of great stat days for some players in the National Football League. A lot of great close games as well all weekend long in college football and the NFL. So, continuing on with this flashback with Corbin and Chad Gable. Maybe they're going to have a match tonight against one of their... Corbin, if he does, he's going to come out in his Game of Thrones attire, his crown, and his... Now a flashback from 2 weeks ago, a rematch with Corbin and Gable. And Corbin won by, or Gable won by DQ in that, but Corbin doesn't care. He's a heel. He already won King of the Ring. And buffering, first time ever on the new updated WWE Network that they updated back at the end of July. Gears 5 with the Animal Batista as well, now out. And, okay, now King Corbin entrance for Hell in a Cell tonight. His new entrance is pretty sick. It's King Corbin, that's his new name. And then, like, he still has his old entrance music, too. So, yeah, Corbin coming out in his crown and his robe, his Game of Thrones attire, if you will. Scheduled for one fall is the next contest. King Corbin, the King of the Ring 2019, going to be facing off against somebody. All hail King Corbin. Maybe John Morrison. Maybe he'll face off versus a returning John Morrison tonight. Yeah, Graves and both him and Carmella both puzzled looks after Carmella lost the 24/7 championship. Buffering once again. Why? Huh. Oh, interesting. And Corbin's going to face off against somebody. Corbin getting booed. Now Chad Gable once again. Jesus Christ, why do we need to see this again? We don't. Buffer all you want right now. I don't care. I don't want to see this match. We've seen this how many damn times the past month. Not unless the King of the Ring's on the line again. At that point, I still want King Corbin to win. Chad Gable, I don't like. I didn't like him or Jason Jordan when they were American Alpha. Now, Jason Jordan, Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, hasn't wrestled forever because he almost broke his goddamn neck. So, is anybody else that is currently watching the WWE Network right now for Hell in a Cell having some buffering trouble? Is it buffering for you folks as well if you're watching? It is for myself right now. I don't know why, but it is what it is. Let me know in the comments below if you are. Even if you're not, let me know, I guess. So I know if it's just me or it's happening to everybody. I know some people have had trouble with the new network update since they updated it. Every single time there's a pay-per-view, people are complaining. Now, Corbin with a mic. Baron Corbin with a microphone. What is he going to have to say? Corbin will wait. He's getting booed. Corbin is disappointed he has to face Chad Gable again. I am too. Corbin says this past Friday night on SmackDown he put The Rock in his place. Corbin, a Burger King on crack. Corbin can pull the trailer park look off pretty well. Rock is right about that. No matter how bad you have it, Chad Gable always has it worse. What's that from? No matter how bad you have it. What's that from? What am I thinking of? TV show, movie? Is it a meme of something? King Corbin getting booed once again. Corbin wishes Gable's career is short, just like his legs. Shorty Gable. Corbin giving himself a round of applause. Corbin's going to get in the ring, and Gable's going to beat him real quick. He's going to take him down and... Corbin with his crown still on enters the ring. Bell rings. And why do we have to see this again? Why do we have to see this again? No, we don't. Gable, Shorty, suplex on Corbin. Now a headlock. A right hand from Gable to the King. Reset hands off. Loss of about 2 yards. Corbin now has Gable on his back, however he's in a headlock. Ooh, good God. Gable just got slid into the ring post, shoulder first by the King. Brissett looking to throw, 2nd and 12. Pump fakes. Near side, incomplete. Back corner of the end zone. 3rd and 10. 3rd and 12, excuse me. Corbin rolling Gable in the ring. Brissett, nice pump fake, but then just had to throw it away to keep the drive alive. 3rd and 12, Indianapolis, trailing the Chiefs 10-7 on Sunday Night Football. 11 to change to play before halftime. Corey Graves of the baseball reference during the baseball playoffs. I'm going to be playoffs during the postseason here. Michael Cole can't control himself. That was pretty funny. Burger King chance, I think. But with Baron Corbin being the king of the ring, Michael Cole still can't control himself. Adam Vinatieri on to attempt the field goal. But Graves, I still can't get over it either. It was pretty funny. Because Corbin's supposed to be from Kansas City. And it was like, did you know Corbin's hometown, the baseball team in Kansas City, they renamed the team in honor of Baron Corbin? He's like, yeah, they're now called the Kansas City Royals. King Corbin, even though. And then Michael Cole is like, they've been the Kansas City Royals for 50 years. And they're laughing on commentary. That's pretty funny. Corbin slides underneath the bottom rope in the corner. Clothesline on Shorty Gable. Chad Gable, now Shorty Gable. Cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5.
This impact and feel it. You don't have the right King Corbin, but you have to respect the athletic ability possessed by the man. There's no doubt of former United States champion, former running in the face, match winner.
The Royals are actually one of the teams in the baseball world right now looking for a new manager. Ned Yost retired. Pirates fired Clint Hurdle. Cubs fired Joe Madden. Giants also open along with San Diego. Be interesting to see who gets those jobs. Angels as well. So, Mets, Cubs. Anybody have any updates, baseball playoffs by chance? If you do, let me know. Joker in theaters right now. Might have to go see that. Looks pretty good. Corbin in control of Gable, right hand to Shorty. And Corbin in the official's face once again. That busted open radio sign in attendance down on the floor. Subscribe to Gridiron Ring on YouTube as well if you haven't done so already. Indianapolis after the Vinatieri field goal will kick off. Drop kick from Gable to Corbin.
Could be the opening that Gable needs. Came out of the box quickly here tonight and then was slowed down by King Corbin. Now Gable looks to rally.
Now suplex from Shorty, no? Corbin slides underneath the bottom rope once again in the corner. Clothesline misses. Gable off the middle rope. Spine buster, though, from Corbin. Cover 1-2 kick out. Nice reversal by Baron Corbin into the spine buster. Corbin arguing with the official, saying that was 3. 1, 2, 3. Count better. Count faster. Corbin a great heel. Corbin's awesome. Powerbomb reversal by Chad Gable, though. Drop kick. Couple right hands from Gable to Corbin, who's on his knees in the middle of the ring. I know, right? When was the last time, no offense to the name Chad, but when was the last time any Chad was relevant? Gable counters everything Corbin just tried to do. A suplex, cover 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Yeah, no offense to the name Chad or anybody named Chad, but I can't think of anybody with the name Chad that's ever been relevant before. Can you? That includes the damn country, for God's sakes. Kansas City will punt. This is Shorty's opportunity. Shorty Gable. And in control of Corbin once again. Corbin catches him, though. Powerbomb from Corbin. 1, 2, kick out. Well, they wanted to make it seem like it was still American Alpha, not being racist by any means, but Jason Jordan goes down with an injury, and they want to keep them together as a tag team while you insert Shelton Benjamin. 2 amateur wrestlers as a tag team, and continue that as well, and, you know, it obviously didn't work. Like, they should have had Chad Gable be Kurt Angle's illegitimate son, not Jason Jordan. I get the history with Angle, but no, like, just doesn't add up. Gable now whacking the left leg, the left knee of Corbin off the ring post. So, yeah, like I said, I'm not being racist or anything by any means, but like, when was the last time a Chad was relevant? And then, you know, it makes no sense teaming him up with, I get, you know, as a tag team, but you don't want to tag him with Shelton Benjamin. You don't want to, like, it made no sense. That last chat question or comment I see came on through my phone, but has not came through on my end for some reason, so maybe it's going to take a second or two here. Normally they come through right away, though, but if you would wish to re-comment, I'm sorry about that. Send it on through, because I saw it, but then it did not come on through right now. But we had a deep 6 by Corbin and then a cover and a kick out. Corbin now talking with the crowd. First down by Indianapolis in the meantime. I noticed it was pretty long, the comment, so if you wish to send that back on through, I'd like to see what it said to answer it to the best of my ability. Thank you guys for the likes, super likes, and the super hearts as well. I get technical difficulties, like technology is good sometimes, and then technology sucks at the same time as well. But Gable End of days, no. Gable with a super kick. And then a neck breaker. Gable now up top. A moonsault, cover, 1, 2, kick out by King Corbin. Now an ankle lock. Going Kurt Angle on Baron Corbin. Corbin now, rope break underneath the bottom rope. Gable, 2 count, 3, 4, doesn't break the 5, he'll be disqualified. He breaks it, Corbin now laying ringside. Like, technology's good at sometimes, but then other times it's not. Like, I saw the comment come on through, and like I said, if you wish to retype that, sorry about that, but if you wish to retype it, let me know, because I saw it come on through, but then for some reason sometimes they don't come on through the full way to my laptop. So it is what it is. I don't block anything or do anything along those lines, so if it, doesn't come on through, it doesn't. Cover, 1, 2, 3 on a quick roll up. Shorty Gable defeats King Baron Corbin tonight at Hell in a Cell. After Corbin went for his stick, his cane, whatever the hell you want to call it, ref took it away from him, and then Gable with a quick roll up defeats the King during Hell in a Cell. Both, to answer your question, both NXT, as I've watched NXT basically from the start, and then also now All Elite Wrestling from their beginning as well. So both NXT and AEW. Actually went out and bought another TV so I could watch both events, both shows at once, live, side by side. That's how I'm able to watch both WWE Hell in a Cell and Sunday Night Football here this evening with the Colts and Chiefs. Now, this Wednesday, WWE NXT, Finn Balor back on the yellow brand. Could see him, Adam Cole, and Tommaso Ciampa for the NXT Championship sometime soon. Also this week on NXT, Kushida will face off versus Walter. WWE Draft, though, on Friday and next Monday. The WWE Draft is here. It's time to shake things up once again. Raw and SmackDown this Friday on SmackDown continues the following Monday, next Monday, on Raw. Cole explaining the draft. It's the first day of the draft, 2 hours on SmackDown. And then next week on Raw in Denver, Colorado. The future will change forever. Battle of brand supremacy, if you will. SmackDown and Raw for Fox and USA. Starts this Friday on Friday Night SmackDown on Fox. The WWE Draft returns, and then will continue next Monday night on Raw on the USA Network. Next, Charlotte Flair, Bayley, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Pay-per-view so far been all right in my opinion. I'll go over results here in a quick second. Did I watch AEW? Yes, I did. I watched both AEW and NXT this past week, and I thought both shows were great as well. As competition is good, but NXT obviously had the 15-minute overrun, which only lasts about 5 or 10 minutes anyway. That's when Tommaso Ciampa came out in return. You can go watch my live reactions of that right here on Periscope or over on Twitter. The video is on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. Did I say Twitter? I meant YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe, though, on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and right here on Periscope, regardless. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96. Links are in the description below if you're watching on playback on YouTube. So you can go watch the replay of AEW NXT from this past Wednesday right here on Periscope or over on Twitter. So I thought both shows were good. Both shows had their, moments, their ups and downs. It seemed like women's matches for both were on during the same time. I don't know if anybody else noticed that, but I did seem that way. We'll see moving forward how, they both go, but AEW was incredible. NXT's been incredible, though, for about 5 years now, 5+ years, moving into the future. But AEW is here to stay. Believe me, AEW is not going to be going anywhere. AEW, All Elite Wrestling, is here to stay in the world of professional wrestling. Whether WWE likes it, WWE fans likes it or not, you know, call people marks all you want, you know, shit. Just obviously controversy's good, competition's good. People like to bitch and complain all the damn time anyway, as it is. So, you know, just in the end, it makes it better for both. And obviously with AEW last week, they got a big crossover superstar right now with Jake Hager, formerly known as Jack Swagger in WWE, coming over. And it seems like he's going to be in a stable with Chris Jericho, who's the AEW World Champion, along with Sammy Guevara. And I know I'm missing somebody. LAX, thank you. There's somebody else, right? 2. LAX, Guevara, Jericho, and Hager, Jack Swagger, right? If I can remember correctly. Yeah. The start of AEW, Jericho came out and attacked Cody Rhodes after his match. Dustin Rhodes, Goldust, going to be in a tag team match this Wednesday on AEW, I saw. I think I'm missing somebody else. Britt Baker should be AEW Women's Champion now moving forward. I get why they put it on Rio for the Japanese, you know. What the hell? There's Tamina. Tamina out in the crowd with the 24/7 championship. Now here comes R-Truth. They just went over all the other languages, all the other announced teams. Tamina with Funaki. Tamina has Funaki guarding her in front of R-Truth, and R-Truth with good God. R-Truth, Funaki getting into the action tonight during Hell in a Cell. Truth bowing down. Funaki goes back into the announce tables. Carmella with a super kick. She's telling Truth to cover Tamina. Cover 1, 2, 3. R-Truth, your new 24/7 champion once again. What now? 20, 25, 50-time 24/7 champion? 20-time champ now for R-Truth. And this is all right before the SmackDown Women's Championship match. During the entrances, for God's sakes. Big run by LaShawn Shady McCoy. Fumble on the play. Colts have it. Charlotte Bayley, SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. Next, Hell in a Cell. But Rio defeated Nyla Rose on AEW. She's your AEW Women's Champ. Britt Baker should be the champion, though, I think. Thank you guys for the likes and super hearts as well. What else happened on AEW last week? Bayley obviously getting a huge reaction being in Sacramento. She's from San Jose, so they're in Bakersfield tomorrow night for Raw as well. And then SmackDown on, well, I was going to say SmackDown on Tuesday. SmackDown's on Friday next week, this upcoming weekend in Las Vegas. Got to get used to Friday Night SmackDown once again. Well, like I said, on Friday I went into my live stream for that. I grew up on Friday Night SmackDown. That's how I got into watching professional wrestling. Bell rings, match underway, Bayley and Charlotte, Hell in a Cell 2019. SmackDown Women's Championship on the line. And what else happened during AEW? I know Finn Balor returned during NXT. In my opinion, last week I thought NXT won. But both shows were good. Both shows were great. Except they both had their ups and downs, and room to improve for both. But both are going to be putting on damn good shows regardless. So we're going to be watching both for a very, very long time, hopefully. Gable. Shorty, Chad Gable with a roll-up on King Corbin to win. R-Truth is a legend tonight. Yes, he was going all kung fu on Funaki. And then Carmelo with a super kick to Tamina. R-Truth now a 20-time 24/7 champion. He's won more championships than Ric Flair. They botched his entrance during Raw last week. 17-time. He's only still a 16-time last I checked, right? Yeah. I believe both companies are focusing on putting on the best product for their fans rather than the opponent. I got you. I get you. I agree with that. Yeah, because there's going to be your diehard NXT fans, diehard WWE fans that are only going to watch Raw, NXT, and SmackDown versus people that are only going to watch AEW. I love professional wrestling, though, this much. I'm watching both. Worrying about how many TV viewers they can draw. Exactly. I could care less about ratings. I want damn good professional wrestling in the end regardless. I don't care who it is. I said this the other night. I could care less about ratings. I could care less about how many people are in the stands. WWE's been worrying about ticket sales, lately. Being able to, fill seats. Well, yeah, make your money, I get that, and ratings have to stay at a certain point for your television deals and everything else, but I could care less about ratings. As long as they put on a damn good show, damn good wrestling matches, tell the story of the match, a good sequence of events, a good finish, and a story, you have your winner. Give this guy a push. Don't bury superstars constantly. AEW is different than what WWE has been the past 20 years. Because it's been 20 years since WWE's had competition on the same night. They had TNA, but they were on different nights. People would watch both of those as well. That's the thing with like New Japan, with TNA now, with Ring of Honor. They're not on the same nights as WWE. So that's how they've been able to, stand upright. AEW will continue to stay upright because they just started and they're not going anywhere anytime soon, if ever, I do believe, because they're going to be here to stay because they do things differently than WWE. They know what WWE fans want that WWE is not giving them, if that makes sense, and then that gets them to tune into AEW. AEW is going to be a little bit more hardcore, I think. Going to actually have wrestling matches 24/7 championship, no pun intended, but they're not going to have tens of millions of promos, no video package for 2 hours straight. Promoting, I get, I can understand that. I do that how much on here. You have to build your brand. You have to build your company up. Especially for a new startup with AEW, All Elite Wrestling. I'll actually have content from being live in living color, live in attendance at some upcoming WWE events and an upcoming AEW event. So stay tuned for those videos on Gridiron Ring's YouTube channel. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, myself, the Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media for watching on playback. On YouTube, links are in the description below. Chat questions and comments, always greatly appreciated. Plus, you can just take a screenshot, folks, too. It'll last longer. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Cool Hand Luke 96 over on Twitter and right here on Periscope. Like, and super heart button as well, along with sharing this on social media. Hashtags, women's title right now for SmackDown with Bayley and Charlotte. Hashtag WWE, hashtag Hell in a Cell, HIAC for Hell in a Cell, NFL 100. Patrick Mahomes looks to be injured in tonight's Sunday night game against the Colts, the reigning NFL MVP, with a lower body injury, it looks like. Bayley with a knee. And fourth down. Hand off to the fullback for Kansas City. First down, Chiefs. Bayley with a cover kick out by Charlotte. Depends on what happens here in this match, as I was mentioning earlier, along with Sasha Banks with the draft coming up, what they do with that. So we'll move forward here shortly. Bayley with a woo. Going for the figure 4 on Charlotte. Quick roll up by Flair, though. Kick out at 2 by Bayley. Did you guys watch AEW? Did you watch NXT? Have you been watching Raw and SmackDown recently? You watching the pay-per-view right now along with my live reactions? Let me know in the comments below. Mahomes airs it out. Almost intercepted the 20-yard line. He goes down. Mahomes all right, though, it looks like. Probably just a little bit of a sprain. Does anybody have a final score as well, by chance? Who won the Bronco-Charger game? Does anybody know? Because I know what else has happened the whole entire day in the NFL, except for that game between the Denver Broncos and the LA Chargers. I knew it was 17-0 Denver, but that's the last I saw. Mahomes airs it out once again, incomplete, flag on the play. You've been watching both AEW and NXT. Broncos won, thank you. Charlotte with a cover. Bayley hand on the bottom rope, though. Rope break. Match continues. And I quote, I've been watching both AEW and NXT. This week has been eventful. Man, what a great time to be a fan. That's the other thing. Okay, it's best for business to do this or that. But then both companies, if they didn't have fans, this is for wrestling, this is for music, this is for sport teams, anything and everything in between as well. You don't have your fans, you're nothing. Okay, so thank you guys. I will say that right now. Thank you. Charlotte went for a moonsault. Bayley got her knees up. Charlotte's tits almost popping out as well during Hell in a Cell. But man, yeah, what a great time to be a fan. We have all this content to watch. Keeps us busy, for sure. But, like, if it wasn't for us fans, there would be no NXT. If it wasn't for us fans, there would be no AEW. You got to give credit where credit is due, especially to Vince McMahon. We wouldn't have Raw and SmackDown right now. We wouldn't have NXT without Triple H. We wouldn't have all these damn pay-per-views, including Royal Rumble, WrestleMania, Money in the Bank, SummerSlam, and Survivor Series, the big five in the WWE all year long, plus Hell in a Cell tonight, the Hell in a Cell match, for God's sakes, without The Undertaker and Mankind. But we wouldn't have any of this without Vince. Dusty Rhodes, Cody Rhodes, and Goldust, Dustin Runnels. The American dream lives on in 2019, even though he's been gone for 4 years. So, we wouldn't have any of this if it wasn't for them, and then us fans watching, you know, giving our input week in and week out of every show. So hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that input of mine, you know, comes through and you can understand. If you have more chat questions and comments, keep the conversation going. Let me know. Amen to that as well. However, we are in hell tonight. Hell in a Cell in the WWE. Charlotte with a figure 4, now a figure 8 on Bayley. Is Charlotte going to become a 10-time women's champion in the WWE? Yes. Bayley taps out. Charlotte's your new women's champion. Believe 10-time. I believe a 10-time women's champ now in the WWE. She's going to be the face of the women's division now on SmackDown. Bayley could end up on Raw with Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch on SmackDown maybe. Becky stays on Raw. Ronda Rousey comes to SmackDown, challenges Charlotte Flair for the women's title. Wouldn't mind that whatsoever. But yes, amen to that. However, we are in hell tonight. WWE Hell in a Cell, the main event coming up shortly with The Fiend Bray Wyatt. and Seth frickin' Rollins for the Universal Championship. So I believe this is the first match, if I'm not mistaken, since Viking Raiders and Braun Strowman defeating the OC, right? We had the 24/7 title change hands, but first official match since that last one, right? Or did I miss one in between that I did not write down here in my notes? Because I didn't do predictions because there's only 4 matches on the card coming in to Hell in a Cell tonight. Now, any draft predictions, I really haven't thought about it yet. And stay tuned on YouTube this week. You could get a prediction video for WWE Draft this upcoming weekend. I believe this has been the only match. Corbin, thank you. Corbin and Gable. So to say, I believe this has been the only match since then, but at the same time, I knew I was missing something. So thank you. Shorty Gable, Chad Gable defeated King Corbin. Pass interference, penalties declined. On Travis Kelce once again. Now Bayley doesn't know what to do with herself. Out there balling, the little crybaby that she is. I don't know, I don't get why people like Bayley either. And she loses her SmackDown Women's Championship after she cashed in her Money in the Bank back in May and won it. So reigns of Kofi Kingston and now Bayley done and over with. A new era in WWE begins. 1 second. Bear with me. Bayley getting down on herself now, crying. She's probably going to go to Raw. Her and Sasha are probably going to be on Raw. Yowie wowie chance now. We should have the main event shortly. I'm trying to think what other matches they could potentially have. And why is the camera still on Bayley? Why is the camera still on Bayley this long after the match? Just know. Like, pan away. Fade to black and do your promo for Crown Jewel or something. Do something else unless somebody's coming out. Yeah, it's a new thing for her to do, I guess. You know, getting down on herself and then fighting back. Whether she's going to be a heel or a face moving forward, I don't know. I could really care less. I've never liked her. Let me in. Finn Balor will be entering Hell in a Cell shortly. Thoughts on Ali Orton match? Average. I mean, they want to continue burying Ali. Good. I don't like him either. You know, I've always liked Orton. Talk about Funko Pops. I actually just got his recently. So, we'll see what they do moving forward with that feud. But, you know, maybe Ali or Orton's going to be on, or Orton already is on one of the teams, Team Hogan versus Team Flair at Crown Jewel. Thursday, October the 31st, on Halloween at 1 p.m. on the WWE Network. Chad Gable now walking backstage. Caleb Braxton. Chad Gable saying, call me whatever you want. Caleb Braxton came up and called him Shorty. He was like, okay, no, it's good. Call me Shorty. Call me whatever you want. So it looks like Chad Gable is going to be going by Shorty Gable from here on out. Hey, Bayley. Ooh. I want to know. I mean, Bayley, don't get me wrong, you know, badonkadonk, but I still don't like her. Caleb Braxton with a badonkadonk. As well, what the hell? Corbin from out of nowhere attacking Shorty Gable backstage. Gable just chucking Gable all over the place. King Corbin reigns. This is going to set up something. Gable bringing in somebody to attack Corbin probably a bit. Or continue this feud for however much longer that doesn't need to continue. Like, it needed to end. It didn't even need to happen in King of the Ring, for God's sakes. Like, come on. Like, no. Official theme song, here we go. Chris Classic. Official theme song for WWE Hell in a Cell. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Here we go. Main event time. Seth frickin' Rollins and The Fiend Bray Wyatt inside Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship next at WWE Hell in a Cell. Keep those chat questions and comments coming on through. Share this on social media as well. Like, super like, and super heart button. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring, Gridiron 18, and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media. Who's going to win this match, folks? It's the question of the day over on Gridiron Ring's Facebook and Twitter page. Go vote on the poll. Also, let me know in the comments below who you have winning the next contest with Wyatt and Rollins. Video package now. Firefly Funhouse, which is awesome. Bray Wyatt, I've always liked him. Ever since his first days with the Wyatt family, I've always liked Bray Wyatt. Almost at the end of the first half, Colts have the ball, driving, 2 timeouts, Ben and Terry warming up on the sideline. So just to recap from Firefly Funhouse this past week on SmackDown, reintroducing the cast, the members of the Funhouse, along with Mercy the Buzzard attacking and destroying Ramblin' Rabbit, who was dressed up as Seth frickin' Rollins. So let me in, let him in. We will very shortly. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend himself, will enter Hell in a Cell and wrestle Seth Rollins, the current Universal Champion, for the championship. Next at Hell in a Cell. I think what's going to happen, I cannot show any of the matches, unfortunately, due to copyright, but thank you for tuning in and watching. Just live reactions, play-by-play, as I see it. Follow myself and Gridiron Ring on social media, if you haven't done so already, right here on Periscope and Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. Share this on social media, like, super like, and super heart button as well. Fun fact, real quick, Chris Classic is the guy who actually rapped in Rey Mysterio's 2002 theme when he debuted. Hey, you learn something new every day. Thank you for that. Maybe we need to have a fun fact of the day every time I do a live stream right here on Periscope. We'll find out. See, the Fiend's going to win this damn match for sure. I would love that. I'll get more into that along with this match here very, very shortly. Now the entrances. Seth frickin' Rollins. Burn it down. Surprised it's main event time already. It's not even 10 o'clock yet on the East Coast. It's 10 till 10 right now. Do they give this match 40 minutes and have it end around 10:30? Like I don't know how many past pay-per-views have ended at? Or do they only give it about 10-15 minutes and end it a little after 10 o'clock? 3-hour pay-per-view at that point. Halftime coming up shortly for the NFL. Stay tuned for my College Football Week 7 NFL Week 6 predictions on YouTube this week as well. And could potentially have a WWE draft video with predictions there too. So Rollins getting introduced during his entrance. Hell in a Cell match next during the main event. Rollins, The Fiend, Bray Wyatt. I would love for Bray Wyatt to win, don't get me wrong. And if they don't have him win tonight, everything that they have done to build him up to what they have right now is just going to go to waste. They've done it how many times, though, before, with however many other superstars. However, with Rollins as your Universal Champion, I think somebody's going to come out. I don't know who. I think this might end in a no disqualification, even though it's a Hell in a Cell match, or a no contest, even though it's a Hell in a Cell match. Rollins will keep his title. The Fiend Bray Wyatt will move on into another feud with somebody else, unfortunately. I would love the Fiend Bray Wyatt, though, to be Universal Champion. Now we will finally let him in. Bray Wyatt, the Fiend himself, entering Hell in a Cell. But first, Firefly Funhouse. Let me in. Lights go out. And Bray Wyatt's entrance as the Fiend is awesome. This is only his second ever match, though, as the Fiend. Defeated Finn Balor at SummerSlam. Attacked Rollins after Clash of Champions, which set up the match tonight in the main event at Hell in a Cell. Here's the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. A sick and twisted character, holding that lantern with his face. Bray, like I said, I've always liked Bray, and this is something totally new, something totally different that we've never seen before in the WWE. If you can't tell, I'm a little excited. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, let me in. Now, of course, if they have the Fiend win tonight, yowie wowie. If they have him win this evening, not a better place for him to win the Universal Championship for the first time in the WWE rather than inside Hell in a Cell. Hurt, heel, the Fiend inside the cell. Now entering the ring. His entrance is awesome. Bray Wyatt's just a character of his own to begin with, as it is. Huge Oakland Raider fan as well. Raiders big win over the Bears today across the pond in London, England. So once again, guys, thanks for tuning in and watching. Chat, questions, and comments, always greatly appreciated. Don't get me wrong either. I like the main event to be at 10 till 10 or 10 o'clock, not at 11, 11:30, quarter to midnight. After midnight, hell, 12:30 for WrestleMania this past year. During a 100-match card. Championship in the air. This is for the Universal Championship. Hell in a Cell. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, Seth frickin' Rollins. The cell gate is now shut and being locked. Bell rings, match underway, and a stare down with Rollins and the Fiend. Could this go down as one of the best Hell in a Cell matches of all time when it's all said and done? Very well could. Fiend goes right after Rollins. They lock up. Rollins from behind with a right hand. And this is awesome with the lighting for this match. It looks like you're actually in hell wrestling, watching this match. Like, the lights did not come up. Like, it's really, really dark and damp and muggy and real red inside Hell in a Cell tonight. with Rollins and the Fiend, Bray Wyatt. Rollins now looking underneath the ring for something. Who's going to come out? A real life Mercy the Buzzard? Is Bray Wyatt going to drag Seth Rollins straight to hell? See you in hell. Kendo stick to Bray Wyatt, and Wyatt not moving an inch. Reversal, kendo stick goes flying, a right hand from Bray Wyatt to Seth Rollins. He kicks the kendo stick now. This is awesome. Off the top rope, and a power slam from Bray Wyatt to Seth Rollins. Wyatt with the right hand. Halftime, Colts lead the Chiefs 13-10. The action continuing outside of the ring, inside the cell. Bray with a couple shots to Rollins, now waving at the crowd and saying, hello. The Fiend telling the cameraman to get the hell out of the way. This is awesome. The lighting is perfect. Whoever came up with this, whoever's idea was this, awesome. Thank you. Now Wyatt looking underneath the ring. Rollins with some steel steps. Take out the Fiend. Once again with the steel steps. Third time's a charm. The Fiend is down. Yes, it does. The red lighting does add more to the eerie feel of the structure for sure. Rollins now grabbing a table. Rollins off the rope. Suicide dive from Seth Rollins to the Fiend Bray Wyatt into the cage of the cell. Once again, another suicide dive. Rollins now drives the Fiend into the steel steps. Rollins now setting up that table in the middle of the ring. Spiritual warfare from Dio Madden, a great line during this match. Rollins off the ropes once again, another suicide dive on the way. And the Fiend catches him. Off the cell. A little Sister Abigail halfway into the cell. Yowie Wowie is right. Yowie Wowie chants from the crowd. That table's still set up in the ring. Bray Wyatt leaning over it. Now Rollins fighting back, about ready to get power slammed through the table. A kick from Rollins. A super kick now. The Fiend laying on the table. Rollins going up top. Rollins off the top rope. A frog splash through the table on the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Rollins got to get a cover though. The Fiend now stands up, staring down Seth Rollins in the corner. A super kick. The Fiend goes nowhere. A stomp, though, from midair on Rollins. From Rollins, the Fiend, excuse me. The Fiend Bray Wyatt, though, stands right up. Another kick to the midsection. Another stomp, no. Sister Abigail from the Fiend Bray Wyatt on Seth frickin' Rollins cover. 1, 2, kick out at 2.5. Now the Fiend going to town with haymakers. The official checking on Rollins as the Fiend now is praying to the architect. We're in hell tonight, ladies and gentlemen. And there's no getting out until we have a winner between the Fiend and Rollins. Universal Championship on the line. Mason Rudolph released from the hospital and now home, however, still in concussion protocol after the hit today earlier on in the Steelers-Raven game. What the hell does Bray Wyatt have? What the hell is that? Looks like one of those damn Wyatt drives Rollins into the cell. It looks like one of those damn meat grinder things, the things that like pound the meat down in. What are those called? A super kick. A life-size one, though, that could really be used as a weapon. Full size. Rollins with a super kick. Now a stomp ringside. On the mallet, thank you. Why wasn't I thinking Mallet? Ryan Mallett, former Michigan Wolverine and Arkansas Razorback, played for the Patriots in the NFL and Texans. I should have thought of him. Yeah, Mallet. The Fiend Bray Wyatt with a mallet. Now a running knee off the top rope for Rollins to the Fiend. Another knee from the top rope from Rollins. Fiend, though, still on his feet. Now a super kick. Another super kick in the ring. The Fiend down on one knee. Off the rope for Rollins. A stomp. Rollins once again with another stomp on the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Third time's a charm, maybe all four corners. Third time's a charm, third stomp in a row. Rollins getting booed. And the Fiend Bray Wyatt stands up. Rollins now going for a pedigree. Pedigree connects on the Fiend Bray Wyatt from Seth Rollins. Another stomp. Cover. 1. Kick out after 1. Now another super kick. Another stomp. The Fiend very, very strong tonight in this championship match. Another stomp. 3 more. Maybe another pedigree. 4 more stomps. Five stomps in a row. That has to be about 20 stomps total in this match, if not more. The Fiend laying down in the middle of the ring. Rollins rolls out of the ring looking for something underneath the ring now. They've already used a mallet, gone through a table, steel steps, now a steel chair. Yowie, wowie. A lot of super kicks as well, yes. The Fiend Bray Wyatt's going to sit up, I bet. Just like The Undertaker would. Maybe we'll get a gong and Taker will come out. Rollins standing over top of the Fiend Bray Wyatt with a steel chair. Whacks him right over the head. Cover 1. Kick out after 1 once again. Oh my God. This is awesome. This just shows you how high they're on with the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Rollins now, are you kidding me, grabs a ladder. Rollins now lays the chair over the head of the Fiend. Now with a very, very short ladder. Going to, looks like, drive that through the chair, which is on top of the head of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. And he does. Cover. 1, 2, kick out. Jesus Christ. The Fiend is, in fact, a beast. Maybe the new beast in the WWE. If the Fiend Bray Wyatt does not win this match, there's something clearly wrong. I still believe somebody's going to come out, though, and interfere. I do. Which is going to just screw everything up. Piss everybody off, and Rollins will then face whoever that is for the title at Crown Jewel and then Survivor Series, and Wyatt will get into a feud with somebody else. That's just how it's going to go, probably. And it's how it normally goes, so, you know, WWE. What the hell does Rollins have now? Is that a toolbox? Are we on toll time with Tim the Toolman Taylor? Is this Home Improvement, not Hell in a Cell? Rollins with the ladder. Now with the chair as well. He lines the ladder up across the face of the Fiend. Now inserts the chair in between the ladder. Now, I believe that's a toolbox. I believe that is a toolbox. Rollins with that toolbox. Hitting. Yeah, that's definitely a toolbox. There's shit flying out of it. Whacking the ladder with the toolbox that's laying on top of the Fiend's head. More like cell improvement. Good one. That's funny. Second half about to begin. Sunday Night Football, Colts and Chiefs. Colts will receive the second half kick. Rollins now with another steel chair, actually getting pissed off, mad at himself. Proves that in anger. What's coming next? What else is underneath the ring that he could use? A blowtorch? Literally on fire then at that point? Actually feel like you're in hell? Now Rollins. Rollins going old school. Something he learned from his predecessor. The Game. The King of Kings, Triple H. Rollins now with a sledgehammer. About to hit the toolbox, the ladder, and the steel chair with the sledgehammer. That's still laying on top of the Fiend Bray Wyatt. This is awesome. The official, the ref, telling Rollins to back off and not hit him with the sledgehammer. Triple H going to come out. He going to be the new official. Rollins with the sledgehammer, and the ref calls for the bell. The ref calls for the bell. Rollins with the sledgehammer to the Fiend Bray Wyatt, right to the face, with the ladder, the steel chair, and the toolbox on top. Boos from the whole entire crowd. The cell is now being raised. And Bray Wyatt's going to win. The Fiend's going to win by DQ. The bell rings. Boos from the crowd. And now they're bringing the stretcher out. So Rollins is going to retain his title. What I say earlier. Bullshit. Boos from the crowd. Thumbs down. People pissed off now. Now the Fiend, Bray Wyatt, will go away for a little while. Maybe he'll end up on SmackDown during the draft. He'll start a feud with somebody else, though, for sure. Rollins still attacking the Fiend as he's being put on the stretcher. Now the Fiend with the mandible claw on Rollins stands up. Crowd loving it now. The Fiend with the mandible claw on Rollins. Bell has rung, though. Match is over. Rollins is still going to be your Universal Champion. This is awesome. Rollins thrown out of the ring over the stretcher. The Fiend now chasing him down. Sister Abigail ringside. This is awesome. Restart the match. Restart the match. Restart the match, Chance. Restart the match. Restart the match is right. Everybody wants the Fiend Bray Wyatt to win, including myself. But like I said, I knew it wouldn't happen. I knew Rollins would retain one way or another. Now the Fiend with another Sister Abigail on the way as he removes part of the padding on the floor. Now on the concrete floor, a Sister Abigail, Seth frickin' Rollins, from the Fiend Bray Wyatt. Now the Fiend chasing down the officials. This is awesome. Mandible claw once again. Rollins out of it. Rollins bleeding from the mouth. That's definitely packets of blood, because it's squirting all over the damn place. And now the Fiend Bray Wyatt lighting music to close out Hell in a Cell, it looks like. That's definitely one of those packets of blood in his mouth. Boos from the crowd once again. people pissed off. The Fiend should have won. Let's riot. We're going to riot, right? Because the Fiend didn't win. The Fiend, Bray Wyatt, though, stands tall at the top of the entrance, staring into the camera to close out WWE Hell in a Cell. There's closing credits. The Bray Wyatt laugh as well. And that's going to do it for Hell in a Cell 2019. An interesting finish, as mentioned. Disqualification inside a Hell in a Cell match should not happen. Could we see retaliation on Wednesday night by AEW? Yes, I wouldn't roll it out, but we'll see moving forward. Second half here of Colts Chiefs Sunday Night Football. Bray Wyatt, for sure, though, in the near future, will become a champion in the WWE, whether it's WWE champion or Universal champion. Anything lower than that, no, just don't. So, we'll see what happens, but that's Hell in a Cell, folks. That is Hell in a Cell. We were literally just in the threshold of Hell. Seth frickin' Rollins retained by disqualification over the Fiend Bray Wyatt in the main event inside Hell in a Cell at Hell in a Cell for the Universal Championship. Also, earlier this evening, Hell in a Cell 2019, Natalya defeated Lacey Evans. Becky Lynch defeated Sasha Banks. Roman Reigns and Daniel Bryan defeated Eric Rowan and Luke Harper. Randy Orton over Ali. The Kubaki Warriors, Asuka and Kairi Sane, new women's tag team champions in the WWE, defeated Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross. The Viking Raiders, along with Braun Strowman, defeated the OC, AJ Styles, Luke Gallows, and Carl Anderson by disqualification. And then Chad Gable defeated King Corbin, along with Charlotte becoming SmackDown Women's Champion. And then Seth frickin' Rollins defending and defeating Bray Wyatt, the Fiend himself, by DQ in the main event of Hell in a Cell 2019. Now a WWE Chronicle of Goldberg on the WWE Network should be very interesting. Took place from June the 4th to August the 11th, from Super Showdown to SummerSlam, 2 matches that he was in versus The Undertaker and then Dolph Ziggler. The Fiend should have won clean. You are correct. The Fiend should have won for sure. Thank you guys for the likes, the super likes, and the super hearts this evening. Keep those chat questions and comments coming. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon within the next 5-10 minutes. Thank you guys once again for tuning in live this evening and watching my live reactions, play-by-play of WWE Hell in a Cell. What a main event match. What a main event match. That was awesome. The Fiend should have won clean, though. Yes, you are correct. And I've never been to a WrestleMania, reading that last comment there. And yes, pop figures of WWE, wrestling in general, other items that I have liked or collected in the past. So, yes, to answer that question. But Sunday Night Football, Colts and Chiefs from Arrowhead. We'll be back from commercial break here shortly. And looks like this game is going to come down to the wire. We've had a damn good weekend in college football and the NFL. Now, next week in college football, we'll have Notre Dame hosting USC. We'll also have Alabama at Texas A&M. LSU hosting Florida. Oklahoma and Texas as well from the Cotton Bowl and the Red River Rivalry. Plus Penn State at Iowa. So keep an eye out for my college football Week 7 predictions on YouTube this week, along with my NFL Week 6 predictions next Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, I should say. Giants, Patriots. Wednesday night, I'll be live right here on Periscope as well. AEW NXT live reactions right here on Periscope. Saturday night as well, Penn State at Iowa. Friday night, though, Friday Night SmackDown, WWE Draft returns. You might catch a WWE prediction video for the upcoming draft as well on YouTube this week, so stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for the likes, super likes, and super hearts once again. Plus, who won the main event in WWE? Seth Rollins wins by DQ, retains by disqualification over Bray Wyatt, even though the Fiend Bray Wyatt should have won clean. Damn good match. Damn good match. I'd say pull Dave Meltzer 4.5, 4.7 stars out of 5. I thought it was damn good. Everybody has their own opinion now. What did you guys think of the main event match? Was it good? I thought it was. I thought the whole entire night was, pretty good. To be honest with you, whenever they only had 4 matches on paper on the card coming in. And then they added, the rest within the past couple hours before the show started. And a total of what they have. 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 matches total, including the kickoff show, if I'm not mistaken. If I didn't miss one there. Now, if I did, you can just go back and watch my, live reactions from earlier tonight now. But, overall, damn good show. Compared to, like I just said, with what they had on paper coming in. So, we'll see what happens tomorrow night on Raw. Tyson Fury, open mic for Braun Strowman. That's going to happen at Crown Jewel, probably. It's all going to depend on what happens moving forward, though, storyline-wise, what happens next week on Friday night for the draft, and next Monday, as that draft will continue on Raw. But keep an eye out for my prediction videos on YouTube this week, plus my upcoming live streams Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, and next Sunday as well for 2 NFL games. One at 9:30 a.m. over across the pond in London, England. No, I won't be going, but I'll be live right here watching the game, doing my live reactions while I play live right here on Periscope, so be sure to tune in. The Panthers and Buccaneers clash across the pond in London in the NFC South. And then next Sunday night, the Steelers play at the Chargers on Sunday night football. And then NFL draft, the WWE draft. Don't want to get too far ahead of myself with the 2020 NFL draft in Sin City, Las Vegas, where SmackDown is actually going to be at this Friday, because at that point, the 2019 NFL 100 season would be in the books by, a couple of months at that point. So, the WWE draft Friday, continuing next Monday. Plus, as mentioned, I will have content, I will have videos from upcoming wrestling events that I will be attending, WWE and AEW, within the next month. So stay tuned for those as well. Keep an eye out for that. Plus, live reactions, play-by-play, more than likely on Halloween at 1 o'clock Eastern Time. Haven't made up my mind yet. Don't know what my schedule looks like a couple weeks from now, but we'll see. Just keep an eye out on social media. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron Ring and myself, Luke96, on social media. But Crown Jewel over in Saudi Arabia on Halloween, Thursday, October the 31st at 1 p.m. Eastern Time on the WWE Network. So, yeah, that's going to do it for myself now here tonight. Luke96 live right here on Periscope for my live reactions and play-by-play of WWE Hell in a Cell. So thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Thank you guys for all the support all the time. And I'll see everybody now on Wednesday for AEW versus NXT in the Wednesday Night War, plus Friday night for Friday Night SmackDown and the WWE NFL, or third time's a charm now. The WWE Draft returns on Friday in Las Vegas, plus Saturday Night Football next week, 7:30, Penn State at Iowa. Next Sunday, 2 NFL games, Panthers and Bucks, Steelers and Chargers, plus next Monday night with Monday Night Football. I believe the Lions play the Packers, but my main attention will be for Monday Night Raw that night, as the WWE Draft will continue on the 14th, a week from tomorrow night. And then content from the wrestling events that I'll be attending within the next month, plus WWE crown jewel. Like, follow, and subscribe. WWE Gridiron Ring and myself, Cool Hand Luke 96 on social media for WWE, AEW, college football, and NFL videos on YouTube. Like, follow, and subscribe. Gridiron 18, Gridiron Ring, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Follow myself, your host, Encyclopedia Sports, Cool Hand Luke 96, over on Twitter and right here on Periscope. Thanks again for watching. Thanks for all the chat questions and comments, the likes, the super likes, and the super hearts, along with the shares, the new followers. Always greatly appreciated as well. I'll see everybody now on Wednesday night, AEW versus NXT, and then next weekend for WWE Friday Night SmackDown and more college football and NFL action.
Lift them out.